rehabbed, and now I'm possessed. Wait, wrong thing. No, we tried sleeping in the castle. Then Minnie was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go outside and start knocking on people's doors because the place is fucking empty." He got kidnapped. Emphasis on kid. And then they realized he wasn't a kid and was like, "Oh fuck, we're screwed." And so they tried throwing him out the window, but that came after Darius almost got thrown out the window and cooked. Finally. The ship showed up with Roland on it, and the prince.
Okay.
And well, not exactly the ship, but a new ship. But yeah.
Okay.
And Minnie tried throwing a corpse at it.
I'd say phrasing, but that's correct.
And you guys had a meeting with the king
Prince
of Alaron.
Damn it, king! I keep forgetting. I was introduced as he was the prince, and now I'm like stuck in my head.
He was at one point in time.
I know.
He was the prince for like one conversation.
I know. It was great. Anyway, so we are still on the ship, if I remember, and you guys are. I don't think we took a rest yet, so it's still the evening, and you guys can move about the ship as if you want. We don't have the layout, sadly, because of Palladia not being here, but if there's certain parts and things that you want to go do, or anything of that nature, or do you guys want to just go and, maybe it's time to sleep?
I think we wanted to figure out what the fuck was going on with the castle.
Okay. Yeah.
Though sleep is still an option, given that we think we had, was it Noland? Oh, Addington, and some riflemen.
They were going down. They already went down to the castles, or you guys had asked them to go.
Yeah, I believe it's either bloody bleeders.
Yeah, do you want them to go through it themselves, or do you join them? That is up to you all. So
I think I'm out cold right now.
yeah, because you're drunk.
Yeah.
Okay. What do y'all want to do?
Do we want to go join the riflemen?
Well, we should probably head down and check on shit.
I would say Darius, but I keep forgetting he's not here.
Summoning scheme is not working.
If I remember, Tazar and Garban are here.
Yep, it could be.
Actually, the whole party except
Dash?
for Arir.
Yes?
Are you joining the raid and loot party?
Ready to go into the castle and die?
Yeah.
Well, with one exception, I think I'm already brought back to my room, so.
Yeah, they kind of took your unconscious corpse back to your room and put you in bed.
I mean... Yeah, I guess we might as well go in.
So
y'all... the party never goes badly.
Alright, so Carvan and Tazar going? Dash?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got those two going. Anybody else? Cam, and I'm assuming Gothic you guys are already going to, so...
Yeah, it's only Darius who hasn't said anything.
Well, because he's not here.
Obvious reasons.
Anyway.
Do you want to throw him under the bus and bring him along?
Yep.
Probably.
The wheels on the bus.
Yeah.
User disconnected from your channel.
Wheels on the bus go. Anyway. So you guys head down to the castle. Now, walking through, the Addington's guys have cleared the area, like the immediate area where the ship was parked, and the courtyard where you guys, where Minnie fell, or Rear fell with out the window and was hanging out. So you guys have a couple of options. You can go back into the rooms that you were in, or you could go look around the rest of the castle.
Should we check the other rooms, see if there was any signs of struggle or anything? Actually, like, if he would have
already checked whether they were empty or not.
No, Arir tried doing that and got kidnapped.
There was the try. It's just the yeah.
And the only rooms we have been in are the ones that we've tried to sleep in and or
fought in.
Yeah.
So.
Not to mention we burned like the hallway and whatnot, but yeah.
Well, then yes, I suppose we ought to.
Okay.
The only issue I think is the fact that that creepy Tazor let us sleep in or choose any room, so I don't know if they did anything with them to make it look struggle free. I don't know a better way to say that. But yeah. So if we want to go ahead down there, then we can.
So who's going?
I believe we already decided
I
that.
Brexit.
Holy shit.
No, so who's going into the
works.
room?
Were you asleep?
No, I wasn't at my computer.
Okay, fair enough.
That's exactly what it was.
I had to go visit the girlfriend.
I'm gonna fucking break it. I'm gonna break his fucking computer.
What's the matter, Brexit?
He got rejected by the sheep tonight. That's what happened.
Rude.
So yeah, I
Just
think,
sitting there talking to the chick. It's like, look, honey, this is the pig I fuck when you have a headache.
Are we saying that Brexit's Kermit the Frog?
Kermit the Frog here.
Kermit the Frog here. God. So who's going into the rooms then? Because, by the way, Darius, you've been shanghaied by Gozik to come down and join the party looking through the buildings and the castle.
Yep.
Okay, so we're going through the building.
Yeah. And they have decided to go back into the other rooms that you guys weren't checking in the
We haven't
the
left
sleeping
the ship
quarters.
yet. We've just
Yeah.
we're like about to step off of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And something tells me you're probably gonna want to throw Tazar in the lead.
Yeah, I mean, who's going and who's leading this thing? Assuming Tazar, as Cash just said, Tazar.
may I ask why?
Yeah.
Because he's got the best stealth, or his best ability of stealthing.
I can fix that with an easy level 2 spell slot. Actually,
Wow,
I can
make
make
him
you
even better.
overpowered. And make
Actually,
us
that can do
also
all of
stealthy.
that.
I also have a ring, but yeah.
And Minnie's passed out, face down. They laid him prone and they had restrained him to a bed so he can sleep. By the way.
okay, so he's unconscious on the bed.
And, they put the leather belts on to make sure he doesn't go perusing about the ship when he wakes up.
Kinky.
Yeah, I know, right?
Indeed.
When does he roll the Constitution saving throw to say that he doesn't drown in his own vomit?
I mean, you did put his head on his side, right? On the side. So
No.
No.
Oh, great. So he's gonna drown in his own
They're
vomit. Good
sailors.
job,
They're
guys.
not medical professionals. They're sailors. They don't know any better.
I mean, I hope you like gargling
They're
too.
sailors. They're sailors. They should know what a rough night on fucking shore leave is.
Eh.
Aye.
Alright, so Kazar, Gaz, are you gonna roll anything? You gonna do pass without a trace or no?
Do you guys want it?
Well, it would certainly make things easier.
So too bad. I cast
Yeah,
pass without
totally.
trace on
Clank,
everyone.
clank, 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 clank.
So everybody gets, I think, what, plus 10 to your stealth score?
Yeah.
I
As
believe
far as
so.
I
Let
know,
me-
yeah.
No. So I need everyone. You were going to go through this stealth-like, or are we going to just plow through everything?
Let's see. We just cast a stealth skill or a stealth spell on us, so we're definitely gonna plow through everything.
Okay. So
Yeah.
stealth it is.
Stealth is optional on this.
I would like everybody to roll a stealth check, please.
All right.
Remember, add plus 10.
Oh shit.
Whatever your stealth score is.
You know, I keep looking at this and I don't know if this is right, but apparently it has
24.
plus 10 to dexterity.
Yeah, which is what you use for a stealth check.
How do you have
Yeah.
plus 10 to dexterity?
No. So the spell grants plus 10 to dexterity for stealth checks. Star.
Only star, yeah.
Doesn't give you 10 dexterity. It's
I'll look at it later.
it's circumstantial dexterity for
Yeah.
when you're doing a stealth check.
It's only for stealth checks. So, what do we get for stealth, kids?
20 and 25 for me, my friend.
Wow.
Which I think I gotta take off 5 because of my plate, so 19.
I got 22.
The plate and all that jazz just gives you disadvantage.
It's
or
disadvantage, yeah, for plate.
it may limit your armor, your dexterity bonus.
Hey, if I use the ring of
But-
invisibility, can I get advantage with it? Because I rolled like hot shit.
No.
24 then. Because
Yeah.
If you've done it before you rolled.
Pass.
And that's why I say no.
Pass.
So as you guys are walking through, you hear one of adding... Go ahead, Tazar.
Tazar got a 37.
Tazar's gone. Gone.
Tazar has disappeared from sight. Well, that's
The part-
unusual. He can go invisible.
Tazar has disappeared from the narrative at point.
He's gone.
Tazar became so stealth that not even the GM can see him anymore.
Where'd he go? No, I'm kidding.
Oh no.
You guys start clearing the rooms now. You guys want the rifles with you or staying in the courtyard when you guys get into the rooms?
I'd assume we'd have them covering our back in the courtyard, make sure nothing else comes in.
Okay. Do you want any of them like following you guys though?
A runner?
Okay. So as you guys are walking through, as everybody is stealthing, you do have one of the riflemen with you. You start clearing rooms. You guys want to start looking through doors and stuff. Let me know if you want to make any checks or anything. You guys come to one of the first rooms that you haven't checked yet. And Tazar, you are leading the party. So what do you want to do?
I'm gonna check the room as quietly as I can.
All right, you gonna open the door?
Just like the barest of cracks.
Okay. And you guys
quietly as possible.
So Tazar, you start opening the door, and behind you down the hallway, you hear everybody stealthing along pretty nicely, right?
Clink.
The last man in line, which is the runner, you hear him step on one of the loose floorboards, and you just hear like this loud just creak.
Just the entire party stops, looks at him.
And he's like, "What?" Did you hear him yell really loud? "What?"
Just give him a tap on it.
Scooby-Doo walk our way.
No.
You open the first room. There's nothing in this room that you can like just see with you're just a passive scan. You kind of do a quick looking around.
Fine, there's nothing in the room.
There's nothing in the room, like
It's
at all. It's just
floors
walls.
and walls.
It is just
Okay.
walls.
It looks like a Pretty much a house you just moved into.
No, it looks like someone hasn't been in this room for a long time. It's very
Ah.
dusty.
So that would explain the giant spiders then.
Yeah, I know.
On to the next room.
Alright. Open the door, pretty much the same. It's empty. Completely empty. Yeah.
This one's just got some bad roaches in it. Cut you, man.
God damn it.
Moving on to the next one.
You open this one, and oddly enough, it's another bedroom. You guys want to look any further, you can, but you open it up and it looks very similar to what what both of the subgroups stayed in.
Is there
Where they were
anybody
attacked.
present?
There is no one present in the room.
Yeah, apart from the pile of dead bodies in the corner, but hey, we don't talk about that.
Is there any storage items in there?
Yeah, there's a chest. Couple chests.
Like actual chests, or like chest of drawers?
No,
Or
like an
like-
actual chest, like an actual Foot Locker chest, kind of sitting in the foot of the bed.
Okay.
I wouldn't imagine I'd see one of those in like a guest room for a dignitary. I imagine something more fancy.
Oh, it's Foot Locker chest. It's
if you
not
step up and open
steel. It's actually wood. It has a lock on it, so
Is it locked?
it is locked.
Huzzah, my man.
Curious. Or excuse me, curious.
Ah, shit, I wasn't in character.
Good job, Darius.
no, fucking can't think.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing we all see that it's got a lock on it.
Mm-hmm.
Sam
kind of goes up and messes with it a little bit.
like he sort of jostles it in his hand.
Yeah, it's locked.
Huzzah?
Well, let's see what I can do. Azar's going to take a look at the lock.
It's a high quality lock. You look at it, and somebody, assume it's either owned by the castle or the king, for his guests, or somebody's got money. It's a very high quality lock. You've seen this on a few occasions when you've dealt with people with status and things like that. They tend to have this kind of fine quality of craftsmanship to it.
Is there like a nightstand or something?
They have there is a couple
Realistically, is there a
nightstands.
flat surface?
Yes, there's
that
a
is
flat
hard?
surface. Yes,
Is it dusty?
it is not dusty.
All right, so the room is at least in use or maintained.
Cool.
How close is this room to our original rooms?
So your guys' rooms where you went were maybe about halfway down the residential quarter here. This one is pretty much right on the edge of where you open the door. It gives you access to all the rooms. So this is the first one just off of the main access from the rest of the castle.
First one. That door you've checked.
You mentioned there was a nightstand. Is it one with drawers?
Yes, it has one drawer on it.
Fuck it, let's open that.
You open it up.
Nagini.
You want to roll a perception check?
Sure. Is that cocked? No.
No.
10 plus 15.
You open it up and you see there's like a pile of papers almost. Well, it's letters and a small book, like a journal of some sort, and it's wrapped with a fine ribbon. It's all put together, and there's a bow, and it's tied all together.
Are the papers like put together in a way that binds them, or
They're
can I
ordered
just flip through and still see what they are?
I mean, you can look through like the way that they're set is you don't see any writing on them because it's flipped away, but it's stacked neatly against the book, and it's just like a collection of like documents in the journal, and they kind of wrap it around the journal, and it's all nice and orderly, but they are separate pieces of paper. They're not binded. They're not binded together other than by the ribbon. Look.
Okay, but I can
If you
flip through and see what the fuck they are.
Yeah, if you would open it, good.
I have the machine gun now.
Yeah, let's do that. Just see if there's a hint of who all was here.
So do you want to open it up? You open it up and you flip the paper over, like outside of the book, and these are contracts for different names on it that they appear elven to you. You're assuming it's the people that you had just recently fought. And
contracts in Elven. Okay. Official looking paper in Elven.
and it has nice. It has it actually has the royal seal as a letterhead on the contract.
So there,
do I see a date anywhere?
It is within the last week.
Okay.
can he read Elven?
Me?
Yeah, no, but you can see dates.
Yeah, dates or numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Tazar walks over and looks over his shoulder.
Tazar, you're reading this, and you have seen these before. These are, and you start reading the verbiage, and like, yep, this is a contract to kill somebody. Like these are, promises of payment, blah blah blah. Into the order of the death or capture of, and it has each of the contracts has your guys' names on.
Oh look, they're from our fan club.
We have a fan club?
What?
The ones that want to drop us out of a window.
Yeah, that one.
Oh.
Yay.
There are contracts for each of us.
Did Petrus come down with us, or did he stay on the ship?
Petrus is still on the ship.
Yeah, that probably be a good idea.
Let's hang on to these.
After the description we gave of what happened in the palace fucking last session, Petrus is like, palace is haunted.
The palace is haunted.
Is that chest unlocked now?
Or
did you find anything in the chest?
Hazard, do you want to go ahead and roll your sleight of hand check for me? The journal also, by the way, the journal book has a lock on it
21.
too. Okay. So you open the chest, and lo and behold, it's pretty easy. You put your tools in and just pop. Super easy. It opens, and how do you want to kick open the chest? You just want to slide it up, or
I am going to check and feel if there's any tension on it, like there's something that might go off if I open it.
Checking for traps, basically.
Basically, yeah.
All right, roll a investigation check for me.
Natural 20.
Yeah, there's no traps. It is perfectly. It's a chest.
Just gonna open it up.
Okay, you open it up and you see a lot of clothes. Fine silks. Not really any of like there's no gold or anything in here. It's more personal effects. Whoever's probably living in the room. Clothes, things like that.
They locked up their nightgowns, but not the incriminating contracts.
Well, I assume they expect no one to actually go through anything in this room.
You want to look in the chest for anything else, Cash, or are you just gonna?
Just imagine
Well, I mean,
Tazar.
if you're gonna hide anything in there, it's gonna be on the bottom.
And
just
I will give you that. So just as a description with your natural 20, start pulling the clothes out, and you're like, this is odd. Like you and Cam both have the same idea. You know, this is odd. And so you start feeling towards the bottom, and there's a false bottom on the chest.
Do it.
What?
So
I'm just imagining Tazar, like full on bent over into this chest, like one leg in the air, like trying to get. And it turns out to Mimic.
takes his arm off.
You did not check the chain.
You did not check the chain.
So do you take the false bottom out, and you see in there, this is see a robe, or actually it's not. There's a robe in there, and there's also a basically it's a cape, very ominous looking.
No kids.
No caps.
Oh, capes! And it has an emblem on it. It basically has the emblem of what you guys you've seen it in your village, Tazar. Like you've looked at it before and you've seen this. It's one of the emblems used for your family, and your father's emblem for his shop, and you know what he did for the village.
Gotta look around, see if there's any more evidence that this is his room.
And you kind of dig through there, and it's pretty Spartan, other than the book and the nightstand in this chest. Like, he's staying in this room, he's probably not trying to make his presence too comfortable.
I mean, was there any doubt it was his room since we just found all the fucking contracts, his copies? Not one contract, but all of them for the guys.
I fear that they were like out of character. I feared that it was honestly that the assassin's room.
He's the guy who brought them here.
Why would he be in the guest quarters?
Because, technically speaking, he would be a guest of the prince. Saying to be Tazar, wouldn't he?
Not if he's an advisor.
I mean, maybe he didn't want an advisor's room. I just assumed because of, all the contracts, not just one.
Fear that the dudes were together, or had a leader and was holding them, or something. I don't know.
What you're saying is these elves from the village, they just said, fuck it, literally.
I mean, it kind of seems like that, considering they left the contracts that marked them as traitors out. And locked up their bedclothes.
Now I've just got an image of 5 fucking elf assassins all shacking up in the same room going, fuck it, and they all just fucking go for it. Thanks, that's an image I truly want.
And you guys do notice when reading through the contracts more too, Petra's name is also on it.
Yeah.
That's a hazard.
In the same hand that his...
Yes.
Do we want to pass this up and then maybe make
Wait,
sure...
what do you say? What do you mean when you say his name is also on it? As a target or as a signer?
As a target. It's just he's on the same list that you guys are, and it has the royal seal on it too from Alaron.
You also said that these contracts are made out individually to each of the assassins.
Well, they are. It's the same contract, and it basically.
But there's one for each of the assassins, yeah? For each individual.
Yeah.
Does the numbers match?
In terms of like
numbers of paper versus people that we dealt with?
No. There's about 15 There's about 15 different contracts here.
So
is there any extra list or names?
Sorry. 2 are dead.
2 are dead. You have 2 of them in custody, so that's 4.
And one got away.
One.
One got away.
That's 11 left.
There's 11 more
We
somewhere.
killed,
One went
killed
splat when he
2,
fell from the
captured
building.
2.
They would have blew the brains out of the other one. Then 2 of them are on the ship.
Yep.
11 to go, lads.
Is there any other names on there?
Like what, the assassin name? Name
No.
The assassin.
Like other than Petrus and our names?
Oh, you mean as in target?
Yeah.
Nope, it's your party and Petrus. It's everybody in the party and Petrus. And oddly enough, it does include Baywater's name, too, by the way. So,
I mean, yes.
it has everybody in the party, so.
Would I recognize Tazar's name in Elvish? Real Tazar.
I mean, has Tazar signed his name or done anything of that in front of you?
Not that I know.
I wouldn't say you've probably seen it. So
And I guess to clarify is
Is Tazar on there? Is what I would.
yes.
was
Yes,
asking, but
Tazar
I
is
wouldn't.
on.
I wouldn't know if I don't.
Tazar
I
is
can't
on the
recognize.
list as well.
The reason we're probably on the list is because of fucking Mini. Tazar? And that fucking bar.
So wait,
You're welcome.
they have Tazar,
They have us.
but when we captured those 3, they were talking as if Tazar hired them, or at least creepy Tazar.
Yes, old man Tazar.
Probably because they're in on it.
Punish Tazar. Tazar daddy. I mean, what?
Hey Tazar.
What?
Call me daddy.
No.
I have a sudden urge to stab somebody. I don't know why.
Do you think they truly thought they had failed their mission? Or actually, has Tazar explained the reason why they were captured and not killed?
He gave them a way out.
Okay.
What did we do with
Uh,
them?
Put them
We're on
brig.
the
They're
ship in
currently
the
on the
brig.
ship. They're currently on the ship, and one of their kill targets is also on the ship.
2 of them are on the ship.
2 of them
Yeah,
are
and
on
they've
the
already
ship.
been captured and failed, so.
Yeah, and they've been disarmed.
And they're also
And-
in prison.
Under guard. Because it's a brig.
I know where Star's going with this, and it's actually smart, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
We need to. I'm going
We
to go up
should
to the
probably-
runner boy. Tell him to
Oh, runner boy. Runner boy. Oh, runner boy.
and tell him to send a message. What kind of message should I send? Like
Just
put
give
more
him one
guards.
of the contract.
Take
Just
the
give him one of the
contract.
contracts and have him give it to Petrus back on the ship.
And also probably have more guards there.
And return with confirmation that that actually got there.
Yes.
So
Yeah, I'll do that.
he
Runner
takes the
boy,
contract, and he's like, "Okay," and he just turns around, and you hear him creaking down the hallway.
Fuck's sake.
Darius is just like, I'm wearing full plate armor and I'm quieter than him. What the fuck?
Yes. He rolled a natural one. So.
Oh, wow.
Cam's gonna poke his head out and just go,
No,
just
no.
run.
No, no. No. So it's not just the creaking. He's also going, ba, 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 ba.
At the top of his lungs.
He's fucking crunking it. That's what he's doing. He's going like fucking crunk through the.
It's like
The
a group
bard.
of hunting rifles go by. And he's like, don't see me.
Yeah,
Wrong tune.
not really.
I don't
but...
think he has it. I don't think he has the crunk one. You need to put
I
it on
don't.
there.
This is the closest I got.
All right. Cut
Alright.
the soundboards. All right.
Stop it.
So he runs,
Yeah.
and you see him climb up the ladder. He's climbed back the ladder up to the ship. And yeah, you guys are back in the room now.
Okay.
Back to the room for the rest of the party.
That cloak. Did it give off a tingle?
Give off a tingle.
A tingle.
You know, this would be great if we had a, trunk over here if you wanted to know if it had a tingle, aka magic. Or is
Some
that,
people
were you,
also have detect magic.
no.
Quite unfortunate.
I mean, we do have a numbnut in the party that knows detect magic.
One
But
is
he's-
currently passed out on the couch.
Oh, right, yeah, he's on the ship.
Yeah.
Or snores a little bit as
The camera pans,
It's,
shifts
it's like,
to him.
they like open the window to give him fresh air, and we can hear him snoring from all the way down here.
It's a mighty rumble.
I didn't do it. Wasn't my fault. Huh.
we can hear the
Snore of a
bubbly
happy
too.
drunk.
Ugh.
Stop it, Darius.
Whoa!
Stop touching me.
Whoa!
I
Whoa!
said that. It's like, wait, hold on. I need what does this? Stop touching me.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I swear if
Alright,
anyone
guys.
plays that audio.
Oh, Waller.
yeah.
My tree Narcan, would that be able to wake him up from drunken stupor?
Fuck.
Yeah. Technically.
Treat. Okay.
How close to Narcan is the reaction gonna be though?
Pretty damn close.
Oh boy.
Well, you're coming down from all the good of being drunk up your
Wait,
ass and getting all the
wait.
bad.
Okay, so I have an idea for this, Waller.
Give him tree bark and make sure you doesn't smoke it.
Suspend him from the side of the ship. Before we lower him down, inject his ass.
So what happens? The way the tree bark works with
Just-
being
just a
you're
second.
not drunk anymore, but it puts you basically into the worst hangover you ever had.
That's why you give him some tree bark. And make sure he doesn't smoke it. Unless I'm wrong about that.
Could
Okay.
do this.
Would have to go back to the ship, but
You gonna go back, Cam, really quick?
I mean, at this point, I don't think stealth's really going to assist us too much.
doing here in the ship, not so much.
That idea work for you, Waller?
Yep.
Okay.
So
Do you want me to
You're
come with you,
welcome.
I feel
Cam?
like I should be worried.
don't worry about it.
That's whenever the GM
That
says
is code
that.
for worry about it.
Yes. When
So,
the GM makes a
You
dice
guys
roll
going up
without
to the
saying
room?
anything.
You guys go back onto the ship. We'll fast forward the whole thing. You guys get back up to where they're keeping a rear. You're gonna give him the tree bark.
Cam's gonna like slap him on the side of the face. Wake up, drunkard.
How dare? Yeah. Tree
He's
Okay.
bark.
still drunk. He's still fucking drunk.
All right, fine. Fuck it.
Ugh.
And not the apple tree bark antitoxin. He's gonna give him strawberry leaves antitoxin just because it's probably would be safer.
Okay, go ahead and roll
He's
me a
unconscious.
medicine check.
All right.
We're pulling out all the fun ones today.
Medicine is 5.
You shove it
Okay.
in his mouth, he bites your hand.
I natural 1 that.
Roll me 2d4, please.
Uh-oh.
That's a D8, not a D4.
Overdose.
4 and a 1, so 5.
So if the medicine works on a natural 1, okay. So
Oh,
Minnie,
boy. Uh-huh.
the rear, you start waking up, and you see Cam and Gauze kind of both standing in the room with you. You're still restrained to the bed, and you get this sudden urge that you need to start vomiting profusely, like,
Oh no.
Okay.
and you start vomiting profusely, and it's like, in Cam, this is like.
Octopus!
It is projectile. It is like projectile freaking
It's that scene
really
from
bad
Scary-
stuff. Yeah.
That scene
Cam's
from
gonna
fucking
step to the
Scary
side.
Movie.
Yeah.
Me too.
Roll dexterity checks.
Roll dexterity checks to see if you get vomit on you.
13 plus. I'm taking. I forgot my score.
I don't.
17. No, wait, 16. Fuck's sake.
So a total of 25 on a natural 20.
Mm-hmm.
Correction. 17.
Minnie, I need you to roll a dexterity check with disadvantage, please.
All right.
What, to avoid
Oh,
getting it
it's
on
just
himself?
going straight up and coming back down.
Oh no. So it's literally that scene
where'd
from the
that go?
fucking scary movie.
And it is literally, if you guys have ever been around anybody that has drank too much and they have vomited, it's that smell. It is the smell of just
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, Guzik pinches his nose. With
So
Where the
you've
fuck-
never been around that smell.
Oh, here it is. I
is
rolled
Right.
it the
No.
smell that nothing can stop?
disadvantage.
Yes.
So roll it twice.
Ah, fuck. I rolled a 20 and then a 3.
And so you guys watch as you just see a rear wake up, and he's like, "I'm not gonna feel so," and just projectile just. You see it hit the ceiling, like he has so much force behind it, it hits the top of the ceiling of the room, and it sounds like a freaking power washer hitting the side of a building. You just and you just see it come back, it hits the top, and then you just see it fall back down and hit a rear right in the face, just and he's still. It's still coming out as it's falling back down, so it's like creating this loop.
But fucking Darius pokes his head in. Jesus Christ, fuck this.
And then you
Just
feel,
snow.
and you just feel like all of a sudden, after you finish vomiting, and you just are like, oh god, and you start like, you get the taste back in your mouth rear of it, and you feel like all of a sudden you just feel like your whole face has just gotten hit with a freaking shield, like straight to the face.
Oh, spiked butterscotch? What? What? When did I?
Their stomach acid.
When did I drink that? Oh, God. Oh, hi guys. What happened?
As he wakes up, and
Unconcerned.
there's just
I like-
vomit just like dripping off his face still.
I
As he, like,
lean.
Ugh.
I lean
kinda
over
leans
to look at
over.
one of them, and it just kind of like slides off my face onto the bed.
It would almost be
Ah.
helpful if somebody could cast prestidigitation.
I was about
If
to do
only.
that. Yeah, I start using that P word to start cleaning up
Cam
the
steps out of the
room,
way.
and then starts cleaning up the rear.
So you cast, and it is now cleaned up, so you're now, there's no longer vomit on your face. You still taste it, though, Arir.
Oh,
Nothing gets
thank
the
you.
taste out.
Thank you.
And
Is
you're
that-
still strapped to the bed, by the way.
Hey,
Uh,
hey, set me free. I
I'm
want to
gonna-
go explore.
well, hold on, Rear. I'm
Oh,
gonna use
my
Mage
head.
Hand to get that, because I just, Jesus.
Couldn't
Season.
you use prestidigitation to fucking undo the straps?
No.
Yeah.
No, you'd have to use
No.
Mage Hand for that.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, and I'm not touching getting anywhere near that.
You're not
after
touching
what happened.
Vomit Boy, are you?
Even after
No.
it's been cleaned.
Mage Hand refuses to do what you tell it to. No, you get him unhooked.
Mage Hand's like, oh hell no, I ain't touching that.
Not
Yeah,
again.
it does the whole like fucking talking hand thing where it like uses its thumb as its mouth. Oh fuck you!
Rears.
Like even the Mage Hand goes to undo the strap, and it's just trying to use his little fingers, just
Aw,
the
hell
thumb and
no,
fingers,
That's nasty, brother. What the fuck? Why you trying to make me do this, man? Come on, don't treat a brother like this.
Alright, so
Fucking
Arir is
talking
now
mage
set
hand like
free.
I take it I still have a pounding headache.
Yeah,
that. Yeah, you're hungover.
you're the worst
Oh, hell.
hungover that you've ever had.
Even
Almost
worse
like
than
Cash after drinking all that stuff the last time he played Drunk Cards.
the.
Vomit
Even after the
proof.
time travel hangover.
Yes.
Damn. All right. All right. My
Give
head.
it all the hangover and none of the sleep to let it cool off.
Yep.
My head.
and also none of the numbing.
I'm just gonna roll off the bed and hit the floor.
You're going funk.
Take 1 point of blood.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, Minnie.
Oh
You
no.
got it.
Oh god.
Where'd I put that dice? Here it is.
Now we're gonna see Minnie do his impression of a jetpack propelled by vomit.
I
I
rolled a
Yeah, 'cause
5.
like-
You rolled a 5. You guys watch as the rear rolls out of the bed and just face plants into the metal floor and passes
Oh.
out,
God damn it.
like at your feet, Cam.
Is his clothing at least?
It's clean.
Actually
yeah,
clean now?
he's clean now.
Yes.
How much do you weigh?
Kim,
Not much. I mean,
How much do you weigh, Minnie?
fuck, I don't have that.
he dwarves are around like
Let's go
150.
Okay, that's a lot for a dwarf. Let's go with 100.
Not really.
Stocky. Stocky build. Most dwarves are
Stock-
really hench.
For a gnome or a halfling, yeah, it'd be a lot. For a dwarf, no.
Alright, 125 pounds.
Okay.
Fuck, you're skinnier than me.
Okay.
Are you a rotund, are you, Star?
It's Cam should be able to pick him up and just hold him at arm's length then. By
Yeah, just make a
pure-
strength check and then you can. So
Natural 1.
Hey,
You
Cam, I
break
just
your
want to
arm
say,
trying to pick him up.
Cam, I just want to say that over here should not be the oh, I actually forget how to say it. What's the word for it? Can't think. Should not represent most dwarves. He's kind of a special case.
Yes,
He
I'm
is a
aware
s-
that most dwarves can actually hold their alcohol.
Well,
He's what we like
I
to
was
call
meaning
a
more than just
lush.
alcohol. There's a bit more to that, but yeah. Also,
Damn son.
fucking
yeah,
crazy bastard.
I'm assuming the ship had set down in the river again.
Yeah, by this time they moved it over to the riverside. So
So Cam's gonna carry a rear off the ship and dunk him on the riverbank.
okay. You carry him off the dock and just kind of throw
Where's the
him.
money, Lebowski?
Where's the money, Duscal? Where's the fucking money?
And he's still unconscious at this point.
Despite the dunking.
Oh, are you dunking him in the
actually
river?
dunked him.
Oh, you're gonna throw him in the river?
Yeah.
Okay, so you,
I mean,
you
we
take
could
him.
play
to the
I'm
river
river-
not
with, like-
throwing him where it's deeper than he could stand up.
Yeah, are you putting?
But-
Are you gonna like draw him to the shoreline and then just like dunk his head into the water?
Essentially, yes.
Okay, so
Where's the money, Rear?
rear.
Where's the money, Duscal? Where's the fucking money?
Rear, you guys get to the shoreline and Cam, you just guys watch it, and the whole party's there at this point. You just see Cam literally like firemen carrying him off the boat, and like literally like head first, just over his shoulder, and then he walks to the shoreline, and you just see him like lock him over like a sack of potatoes, and then he takes his head and then just dumps it in the river. And Rear, after the first dunk, you start waking up.
Is he fully awake after the first dunk?
Well, at least he's coughing. I mean,
Oh,
You
Yeah.
awake yet?
yeah, maybe. I think.
Dunk him again.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
yeah, it's like
Okay,
that
good.
child. He's like that child.
Well, it doesn't sound like Cam giving a dunk.
I'm awake. I'm up. What happened? What did I miss?
And you see you're
Mhm.
outside the ship, Rear, by the way.
I'm gonna
How'd
Let
I
him
get
go.
here?
I'm gonna let him go and wash my hands off in the river. And you got yourself pasted while we were right next to a hostile castle.
Oh yeah, I remember we were moving back to meet you guys, and then we found we stumbled across a alcohol room. It must have been either some captain
That
or
didn't even happen.
something.
Okay.
I started drinking then we met up with you guys, and then we went back to a new ship. And we're kind of gonna look up and see the new ship, and it's like, yeah, then I kept drinking. Oh.
That.
Well, that explains my head. But why the river?
Yes.
You remember nothing, like, at all. Like, that's how blackout drunk you got.
You said something about
stumbled
I
off.
can swim, damn it.
Yeah.
Oh. I can't swim, though.
Well, that much is
Well-
obvious.
Well, either way, I'm awake. What's going on? What did I have missed?
Come
No, we
along,
just-
we need you to cast something.
You got it. Hey, by any
And Cam's gonna
chance,
start heading back to the
Room.
hey, Cam, hang on. Do you have any more of that tree
No.
bark?
Actually, here, I'm gonna give him apple tree bark.
Okay.
Or he's not gonna even try to light it or do anything weird with it. He's just gonna use it as prescribed to try and get rid of this pounding headache.
Hey, look, somebody learned a lesson.
Medicine check from Canthier, please, really quick.
Only 14.
Okay, so the headache doesn't go away. It's not as bad. Like, you guys start walking.
It's the apple, not the willow, by the way.
Oh, okay. The headache does. It's not completely gone, but you can at least function.
Okay.
Oh.
Alright, so he's gonna be chewing on it, and he'll follow the rest of the group to whatever needs to be cast. Oh, do I have my shit on me?
I mean,
I don't think you were conscious enough to take it off.
Good point.
Yeah.
So I guess I will. So I guess we don't need to collect
Powder
anything.
might be wet, maybe, depending on how you store it, but... Huh, I never thought about that, but you could press the digitation wet powder dry.
Yep.
Prestidigitation is honestly fucking OP as balls.
It is.
Is there like a list of everything like you can do with it? Because
A shitload.
exactly, and I don't know exactly when I can use it and when I can't.
Be creative, Star. You can always ask.
If it's something
Just
that
a
would
second.
normally need a skill check, probably not.
Okay.
Otherwise, probably yes.
You guys get back to the room, and you can detect magic there, Miniman. Miniman.
Detect magic. Going. So I'll do the ritual.
Okay.
Tell us your secrets. I mean, magic.
And there is no. You finish with it, and there's nothing magical about the robe, or the cape with the emblem on it.
Well, there's nothing magical about these things, so I mean, not that I'm
You said
detecting.
including the cloak.
What does the emblem look like?
So, it's Elven script, and it's 2 letters in like a circle. It almost looks like an old school, like something that you would use if you're on a ranch or something for like a brand. But it's basically it looks kind of that similar, but it's just 2 Elven words in script. It's an Elven script.
Hello, buddy. You happy?
And one of them is 1 second tool. One of them's a T and one of them is an A, by the way. It's a TA in Elven. yeah. Minnie, do you want to look around the room with your detect magic on, or?
Yeah, I'll do a scan.
There is. You start looking around the room, and you notice that there's near the wall. There's a. It almost feels like you look through the wall there, and you get a sense that there might be something on the other side of it or in the middle of it.
Okay. I'm gonna pass this
And-
information along.
And
Is
you
this a
look
wall
at
that connects to another room, or
I guess it's facing outside.
you guys.
or
Normally, it's a wall, and it's facing towards. It's facing towards the main hallway. So if, like, say this is the room here, like, let's say this is the room here for some reason, it's not like this, but it's on this side of the wall here, and it's facing, say, the hallways here. It's facing out that way, but there's a big, out, like, an exterior wall before you kind of breach through the door this way. So, it looks large enough it could be a passage. Like, you look at it, Minnie, and there's something in there that is telling you this is there's. It almost looks like a torch of some sort. You kind of looking at it, and it make out what it's doing.
should probably go to the other side of the wall and see if,
Can I
give a different perspective, I guess.
see if any buttons are here or
You look. Roll perception check on the wall if you could.
Okay.
And if anybody else wants to help or anything,
Yeah.
now is the time. So do it with
Yeah.
advantage.
Is he getting advantage, or are we all rolling?
He could roll with advantage if Gozlik's gonna help, and if you guys want to roll, you guys can too.
damn.
Yeah,
I
I'm
rolled a
gonna
10.
help it 'cause with advantage.
Yep.
Can I roll to see, or is that just
No, it would have to go to Minnie. If you want to roll with advantage,
Okay.
it goes to the one person.
Yeah, it was a 10. I rolled a 4 and a 2, and then with the bonus for
So-
skill, 10.
Did I hear
I
casual on
got.
Tazar?
that's
I rolled for
19 on the die.
one. I accidentally closed my character sheet.
So that is 25 perception.
20 not natural and 13.
All right.
My two.
You look. You still see. You're focused that detect magic with your detect magic spell. You're kind of focused on what's behind it, like in the wall. Whatever it looks like, it's in the wall. And Tazar, you kind of look around. You don't really see much else. You just kind of get focused on that rear. Tazar and Darius, you guys have dealt with things like this before, being both of your backgrounds. You know, the church having secret doors and passages like this. It's pretty common.
Yep.
You do find, you kind of look along the wall, and on the nightstand, Tazar, you notice this. There's a cord. It almost looks like a candlestick. It's on the night, like where you'd put if you're trying to read near the bed or something. And you look at it, and on the actual the sconce part where you hold it, where the candle's held, you notice that there's a cord that goes into the wall.
Gonna walk over and pull it, I guess.
So you pull it, and you guys watch as Tazar pulls it, and you see this door kind of pop inwards towards you guys, and you're kind of standing in front of it, rear, and you're looking at it, and you just see the door kind of pop, and you kind of take a step or two back.
Oh, there it is. It's door's open. And can I get any better information for what the faint magical thing is?
And as you guys kind of finish as the door finishes opening, you kind of assist it open to get it done quicker. Darius, you guys look and you see there's a torch. It's kind of hanging on a torch handle, and you guys notice that there's a hallway with stairs leading down. into, looks like it is a secret passage.
Into the hallway.
No, it goes down. So like, there's no exit going out into the hallway. This is going down floors. So there's
So it's a spiral.
yeah. Well, no, it's straight down. Like you guys look down and it's
Okay, so this is some magical bullshit doorway then.
Mm-hmm. Well,
It
it's
def-
not
it defi-
magical.
It defies the laws of the building,
No,
unless the wall is that thick.
the wall's that thick.
Okay. That was what was getting me. It's like, oh yeah,
No,
on
the
other side
wall
of it
the
is just a
wall's
hallway.
that thick. No, the wall's that thick.
Okay. Because I'm just there like, how fucking did they do this?
So
Well,
wait, to clarify, is it like the torch is like magical, so it keeps on going?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I can see it.
Once you light it, it doesn't go out, basically. Unless you,
Excuse me.
put it out yourself. You can. It can be put out, but it has to be done on purpose, basically.
Now my
By-
question is, why would he have left that up?
Yeah,
Ever
that's
forget
like
to
a
shut a light
fire
off when you
violation.
leave?
Maybe he was here.
It's more of, I think, at this point he's heard from us that Arir knows detect magic. Did it when we did the checking on the church. The old church turned into a theatre. We explained that. And he was
Might
in the
not
room.
have gotten those details.
No, he was in the room when we talked to Petrus.
Oh yeah.
So I think trap. I think he's left it on purpose to lure us down there.
well, we can send Plode down first.
Right, let's go send the tunnel clearing rat.
I mean, deja vu, but you know,
Last time this happened, it didn't end well. But
no,
hey,
we
Maybe
Maybe
he
this time
became
to learn
mini.
better.
we don't learn our lesson.
Plode walks up. Are you sure, Master? This is not a good idea. Remember what happened last time?
This is
I
where we're gonna get
died.
mini Plode.
Don't worry, Plode, it'll be fine. You'll be fine. This is
Are
fun.
you sure? I don't
Yeah.
want to go down there.
Plode is
Oh.
gaining sentience.
You're fine.
You
You have dark vision.
I know, but no, I don't want to go down there.
Do you want the mine again?
You're gonna give him a fucking arcade mine again.
I mean, this time just don't punch it,
Do we
okay?
put one of the people with the ring of invisibility to go down there? Or we
Plode's
expect
By the way, Plode is straight up refusing to go. Like, I hope you guys understand this.
PTSD?
Yo,
Is Plode sensing something that we're not? Would be the question. Correct.
If so, I would know it. Is he sensing something? Or
no,
is it...
it's just straight apprehension of this is what happened to the last iteration of me. I don't want this to happen to me.
Rear's gonna
Yeah,
just...
so it's Plode Traumatic Stress Disorder.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Plode's massive head on his tiny body still remembers this.
Rear's just
I'm
gonna
gonna go up to
face palm.
Tazar and be like, what's no. I'm gonna go up to Tazar and stop saying be. Say, hey, we both have the ring of invisibility. We could potentially go down there and see what's going on.
We could, but then we'd be splitting the group. And every time somebody tries to split the group, things tend to go poorly.
Don't you know? You never split the party.
Wasn't me.
I guilty conscience. I didn't say who anyone was.
Yeah, I didn't do it. That was there when I got here.
That was here when he got here.
Well, either way, Plode is now refusing to go down. He's too scared.
He's turning into Mr. T in airplanes is what's happening.
I
Yeah.
refuse to get on that plane, fool. I refuse to get on that plane. Here, drink this.
Hey, have a nice glass of milk. Done.
How did I get here?
So
I
someone
like
else
the
will
robot
have to go
chicken
down.
version of that. The drug milk gives him lactose intolerance.
Damn it, fool! Go ahead, Rear.
Someone else will have to go down the either down to investigate, or we can all just go down. I don't know which is best.
Well, unfortunately, if we send someone down to investigate, that's risking a life. I just imagine Plode turning his head to me like, really? You don't think I'm alive?
How dare you not value sentience, not constructs?
Well, you're now starting to gain sentience from what I've observed.
Yes, I am.
I will stay here. And he kind of looks towards the hallway.
Don't worry, I have our back.
Right, Plode, if we all went down, would you follow us down?
Negative.
Oh.
I'm gonna say it's probably a bad idea to go down then. Feeling I have.
Yeah, it's that gut feeling that even if the fucking construct, that can be ordered around to do things, doesn't want to go there.
You know,
I mean, it does seem like an obvious trap.
I'm just gonna go up to the door and just like start looking down. Do I see anything from down there?
You see stairs, and then you see another porch, kind of like about 30 feet down. Like this goes down, and then you see it turn, and then you see it go down like another flight.
Step into the darkness of the Hellmouth Star. What?
Well, I've got nothing.
What do we want to do?
I've given you my opinion.
It's a trap.
Yeah. It is very clearly a trap. He knew what we had in our party and what that we could detect that magical torch. If he was trying to hide and throw us off, he wouldn't have left that on.
Still have any of those dynamite sticks?
Or is there anything around the room that could like roll?
Babe would have
like a-
confiscated those.
What do you want to look for, Gozik?
Basically, I just want to roll a ball down there, see if anything happens at all.
I mean, do somebody in the party have a steel bearing? I think they do.
Tazar?
I think Tazar does.
Remember the last time he brought them though, they fucking just got smushed.
No, I think he got better ones.
He bought more. Yeah.
I have.
Good.
Wait, do I have this or do I not? Because somebody stole my bag of holding. So
you have ball bearings still.
have I been given my bag of holding back then? Because that's where I kept them all.
No, because it's still with the rear.
So Rear has his. You see him hold up the bag of holding. He's like, "This is Tazar's."
Which he's been storing his shit in as well.
Yeah. I mean, I've
Tazar's
got bullets.
Gonna take the bag back.
Rear shit in
Oh no.
You'll get your shit back when I'm more done here, and we have time to sort it out.
Fucking Tazar fucking sticks his hand in there, pulls out a fucking like
landmine. You pull it out. You see, you reach into the bag, and you pull out.
Why
it's
is
a
everything
dynamite
covered
stick.
in gunpowder?
Yeah, there's dynamite sticks in there. You
Where it's
pop the
just-
ball bearing. You finally get the ball bearing, and you just notice it's caked with gunpowder. Like, it's just resting in there. I know that's not how bags are supposed to work, but it sounds more fun that way.
I'm gonna yeet it at a wall.
You're gonna eat it down the stairs.
I'm yeeting it at the wall down the stairway.
Okay. So you throw it, and you hear it hit the wall, and then you hear it roll. Then you hear it roll down the stairs.
Little tiny flash when it hit the
Ping,
wall.
ping. Yeah, it sparks from the wall. You see a little ball of fire, like a little ball of fire rolling down the stairs, and you hear it keep going and going and going. Like, it doesn't stop. It's going, and you guys are sitting there for about 5 seconds. 10 seconds go by, it's still going, and then you kind of hear it fade away as it kind of just gets out of your guys' ear, perception of sound.
Where the hell does this take us? Down to that fucking basement level? All the way
It
down to
might
the ninth
go.
circle of hell?
Every day.
Hmm.
And then you hear, I need everybody to roll a perception check, please. You hear nothing. No, I'm kidding.
23.
Assuming
22.
it's going to be a hearing one. 20 total.
Okay.
4.
21 and 15.
Okay. As you guys are waiting and you guys are staring, it's about 30 seconds since you threw it down, and you're like, huh. And y'all are kind of staring at each other like, that's awkward, weird. Here's something crash, like, and it kind of echoes through the stairway.
Huh.
Like,
Is
and
Is that a
it's,
familiar crash sound?
oh yeah, it's a crash of somebody wearing armor and is possibly holding a weapon. You hear it crash and you hear clank, 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 and Darius, you hear right away someone's got plate armor.
All I'm hearing from the stairwell is ooh,
Hmm.
So I assume, was that a crash of someone falling then?
It sounds like it.
Wait.
Someone was wearing armor, not paying attention to the floor, fucking
Slips in a
stepped on
fucking
it.
ball bearing.
That's really fucking tickle fucking cat.
What are the fucking chances? Like, seriously.
Just a
It's
single
like he
ball bearing.
hears a noise and he's like, I should go check that out. Whoa.
Yeah.
Just ting, 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 ting.
So,
Whoa,
along
what's
with the
that
sound of
noise?
like the
Doo, 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 doo,
impacting
doo.
armor and equipment, all you're hearing is him going I just love that fucking sound effect of someone falling down from family.
I can't remember that guy's name.
I can't remember it either, but I fucking love that scene.
I don't know. Otherwise, I won't be satisfied.
Yeah, I'm gonna find it now.
Let the search begin.
Did that one
So-
runner ever come back and say that he actually
went-
did get
We
that?
went to the ship.
Yeah, you guys went back to the ship, so yes.
Yeah, but assumingly we would met him there.
Yes.
So
Tetris is aware of the situation, yes.
Just for a second. Bobby McFerrin.
Bobby McFerrin.
Goo!
Yeah, that fucking thing. Yeah, we should probably do that.
Hmm.
I'm gonna have to step away to do the ash can real quick.
Fuck's
Hello,
sake.
dog.
So, yeah, you do hear it and kind of hear the crashing stop.
Well.
someone's day is ruined.
But if he made it down safe, we can at least make it to him safe.
Hello, kitty.
So,
What are we doing?
yeah, what are we doing?
This one's like,
Well, I believe we've all decided how long that this was a trap. So
Going in? Got it.
I mean, if you want to.
Well, Plode refuses to go down to begin with, so I can stay with him up here and make sure that nothing else appears and follows us down. And if it does, you'll know, because I'll force him to go down.
Will not force me to do anything.
Damn it,
I
Plode.
think it might. I think it might be time for a new constructor here. This one's getting mouthy.
a construct with a fear of underground places. The irony. A dwarf construct.
Alternatively, perhaps you could come down yourself. And you can kind of tell Cam is a little bit mildly annoyed.
Only a little bit.
Did I miss something? Why is he annoyed?
Because Arrear's trying to split the party again and stay in not the
Nope.
deep dark place. No?
That's not why.
No. So we going down?
Well, it'd be rude to just leave them down there waiting for us.
Yeah, Guz is gonna like. He's just gonna say fuck it. We're gonna use Ring Invisible and go down there.
Alright, so Gaz, you're
No one
going.
else is doing anything.
So Gaz starts to walk down and the
You're
first
stealthing
flight.
then?
Yeah, he's doing invisibility. So so you walk down and
Knowing dwarves in this party, Tazar is gonna activate his own as well, and
go with him. So you both are heading down, and you get around the first set, the first landing from the first set of stairs coming down, and you notice that there's another set that keeps going down where you assume that's where the ball bearing went, and there's a door that leads. There's a door kind of on the landing, and then another staircase going down another floor.
Landing into like a flat piece.
Yes.
Flat
So
flat break in the stairs. Okay.
yes,
And there's like a door to the side.
there's a door
that.
on the landing. So like straight when you come off the stairs, there's a door that you can either take the door or keep going down the stairs.
Is that door open?
It's not open.
That's not the door the guy came out of then.
No.
I'm gonna go to the edge of the landing and look down, see if I see anything potentially.
It's another set of stairs and going down, and then you see another landing. It goes by another 30 feet down. Like these are big stairs. So
Shit. And I whispered to Taskbar. Taskbar, yeah, yes. You're not Taskbar, the undead ghost of elves.
how do words work? Is that what you're trying to say to
it's
me?
hard. Just
Yes.
to say taskbar.
I think
That's
so.
what it sounded like.
Instead,
Taskbar.
Taskbar.
Taskbar. Taskbar.
Stardot.exe has stopped working.
Please reboot. Fix. Error. Cannot reboot. Fuck. No. Do you want to check the door or continue on?
I'm back, by the way.
Check the
Tazar will
door.
just inspect the door first.
And you look at the door, and there is a handle. Like, so on the insides of the door, there's handles, but not on the outsides.
So we
So
can't access it.
Well, you can access it from where they're at because you're on the inside, so you're on the
okay.
inside of the staircase. There is a handle there. So
I say slowly open it.
and you open it up, and it's another room. Somewhere you open it up, and it's the room.
Right off the
It
bat,
looks
do I
like a
see anyone?
study. No, there's nobody in the room. It's a study.
My detect magic
And-
still going?
You're up in the room still. You haven't come down yet.
Oh, got it. Okay. Sorry, I had to go AFK.
Yeah.
My dad was talking.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming Tazar and Goz are expecting while invisible.
Pardon me. So you said I can open the door?
Yeah, you guys open the door.
We are.
Oh, we opened the
It's-
door.
It's
Yeah,
a study.
Oh, okay.
It's a study. So
Oh, good thing there was no traps in that door.
Was checked.
And we'll slip inside.
Yeah.
And walk in, and it is lit. Like this room is lit. Not like
Lit
hot-
AF.
It's not lit as fuck. It's someone has lit some lamps, and there's light in this room. It's not dark or anything.
Are they non-magical lamps?
Yes, these are non-magical lamps.
Oh shit. I mean, someone's been here recently. Oh well. I personally don't know how long
And
lamps usually last, but
the
I
other
take
door,
hours.
the other door that comes into the room from probably the main,
You don't know how long what lasts there?
like oil lamps or something.
depends on how much oil's in them.
Mm-hmm.
So, but from the direction of the main entrance from the non-secret passage route, you see that it's closed. This room isn't dusty. It's not dusty or anything. Like there's been recent activity here. You guys both realize that just looking around.
I'm gonna look to see what's on tables.
Mainly
Desks.
books. This isn't like the king study or anything. This is somebody else's, probably one of the administrators. You're looking around, and there's a lot of books. There's ledgers and things like that. Just every day you go through a couple of them, and it's like
Nothing
royal
suspicious.
court. It's nothing super suspicious or anything. No, you just this is a place where somebody probably comes to work that's away from all the happenings of court and everything to make sure that things are getting done.
And I'm starting to think this passageway may not be so made by for criminals, but more so as an oh shit, you need to get into cover or somewhere safe.
Well, hi,
I'm
from
not
the
sure.
rest of the public.
Or both.
I.e. alien attack. I'm sorry.
Move on.
It's a fucking
Alien
Fallout
attack.
bunker.
Yes.
Yeah. What are these guys expecting? What do they know that we don't?
So you guys go back out to the stairs, or
Yeah, we probably should.
Okay.
And we're gonna just continue down
all right,
to the next landing.
come to the next landing, and there's no door on this one. There is 3 different pathways that converge onto this landing. There's stairs that go down, but these ones, you're about at this point you're about 60 feet down from where you guys started, or yeah, it'd be about 60 feet. And you notice that there's pathways that are like offshooting, and you guys, having an understanding of the castle construction, realize that this is probably a center point within the whole complex. Like you see one that's heading towards what you guys think is the palace, like the rest of the palace, so like this way. There's one that's actually heading to the Praetorian part, so like the military side, and then there's one that's heading towards the river.
Do we see anyone who's like on the ground or something? Gets
Um,
ball bearing.
You guys get down, and you do hear a voice on the next set of stairs going down, coming up the stairs. And you can kind of hear them. They're limping a little bit. It sounds like they're in pain.
I'm going to... Like, do these sound like they're about to, like, show up from the landing? Or
Yeah,
up to landing?
they're about maybe halfway up the next set of stairs when you guys initially get to the landing.
Tesla, what do you want to do?
See who's making the noise.
Okay.
And
What
as
the-
you guys
As-
wait, or are you guys gonna go down the stairs?
And might as well not waste the calories. Though I will have my gun ready just in case it's...
Okay.
You never know.
And you see you guys see the figure emerge up the stairs, and it's Praetorian. He's leaning on his he has a spear with him, and he's leaning on it trying to get up the stairs, and he's in pain. Like, he might have busted his knee with the ball bearing, kind of thing.
Not
you
so
see him
high and
walking
mighty
up.
now, elf
Yeah.
boy.
You see him walking up and get to the landing, and he's like, he kind of takes a second, and he starts looking around. He looks like right at both of you, doesn't see anything.
Well, I would fucking well hope not.
Being both are invisible, so
Might have something that allows them to see invisibility. As Praetorian Guard.
mm-hmm.
Might have.
Well, I mean, in that case, it'd just be I roll a stealth check and fucking vanished. But
And he kind of stands there for a second, and then he kind of looks to like one of the passageways, and he's like, he's starting to think about. It's like, where do I need to go? You can kind of see him look, and he's just.
Does he
chilling.
look... Does he look like a delusional or like... Nausea? Lost, yes.
No,
Delusional or nausea? Well, that's
Delusional.
what I meant, sorry.
no, he looks normal. Like, he's just normal.
Good, so he just pissed off a normal person.
Yep.
For all we know, he could be working with, you know, old
Yeah.
Hazard.
So you
Well,
kind
who
of
knows,
just.
it could be a legit, or old Hazard could be a legit regent. Well, what's his face is gone. Petros.
I mean, you do have the drop
Nobody
on this guy.
Yes, let's
Johnny's own.
shoot the
No,
Let's shoot-
don't say kill him. Fucking hell.
Use another ball bearing.
Yes,
The violent
murder.
sexual- yeah, that's Canthea. Canthea's the fucking little baby Yoda sat and saying, yes, murder. That's fucking Canthea, right? No, you have the drop on him. You could literally just fucking take him prisoner and question him.
It's up to
Also
those two. It's up to you two. What do you want to do? Azar and Gauze. Nobody else is there.
I'm gonna move around behind him. Move up beside him. Like, kind of behind his shoulder.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna whisper, "What are you doing?"
Oh. You just see him turn around, and he's like, "Who's there?" And you just see him kind of like, and he pulls his spear and his shield up, and he
Why
looks.
did you let me die?
He's looking around like, who was that? He doesn't see. He still doesn't see you, by the way. And
It's like Skyrim stealth. Must have just been my imagination.
he looks like royally confused. Like, anybody there? Hello?
So I forget. Do Elsa have
And
dark
I'm
vision?
gonna
Yes.
I'm gonna circle around behind him again over the same shoulder. That I said, "What are you doing?"
And he just like turns away, like where you were leaning into, and he's just like, you move, and who's there?
That's not what I said. I said, "What are you doing?"
What are you doing?
I'm asking you what you're doing.
I'm asking you what you are doing, and you see him like, who is this?
This is Patrick.
Is it the Crusher Crab? No, this is Patrick.
And he's like, this guy, he's starting to be like, his military bearing, he's starting to lose it a little bit. He doesn't, you can probably tell, maybe not like dark spaces either. And also people invisible
Tazar
fucking with
shuts
him.
off his ring of invisibility and stands and is directly in front of him.
Hi!
And you see him, he gets like super defensive and he goes into his defensive stance and he's like, "Intruder! What are you doing here?"
Not an intruder. I'm your boss.
No. Who are you?
Advisor to King Petrus.
Which you were just downstairs.
Oh, really? That's so.
Yes.
Would it interest you to know that there's an imposter in your midst?
Is it you?
No? Yes!
Yeah.
The imposter would tell you that there's an imposter in your midst. Fucking use your head, man!
But you're younger. He looks at you, kind of looks like under the hood. It's like, but you're not the same as
Yes,
the other.
I am not the same. I was stuck in some godforsaken arcane mansion for a month. Apparently, in that time, somebody heard I was missing and decided to come and, pretend they were me.
While this conversation is going on, I'm gonna sneak past him and look down the lane and see if anyone else is coming up or anything.
Not that you can see.
Alright. Sorry.
And you see he's still not lowering his defensive stance of, come at me, bro.
Tazar's not taking any offensive motion at all. He's completely relaxed.
Chill out, bro.
Just kind of
So-
giving him a look of meh. Yeah.
So how did you find the secret passage?
Dwarves are funny. They can detect. Some of them can detect magic things. One of them detected the torch that was left on upstairs.
I see. That might have been my partner's fault. He forgets to turn off the magic lights when we're not using them.
Well, as it stands, we're currently doing a sweep of the passages.
Oh, who are you looking for?
We're looking for the imposter.
I still don't believe that you're not the imposter. You're using this to try and gain movement through the castle.
I mean, you realize there's nobody upstairs, right? Nobody at all. There is nothing going on up there. The whole castle is empty.
What do you mean?
The king is kind of mad. He's aboard our ship.
King's returned?
Yes, the king has returned.
Well, Hazar didn't tell us that. When
No,
did he
because
return?
he wants direct control over you without interference from the king, who's he, by the way, has put a contract out on.
No, that's not true. Can't be true.
That's impossible!
That's impossible!
I know. I do realize, from your perspective, this sounds like somebody showing up saying completely outlandish bullshit.
Question.
He kind of nods his head. He's like, I agree.
Question.
Okay.
Who hung onto the contracts? Because Tazar was the only one who could read them. And we only gave one to Petrus.
Yeah, who has the contract?
I didn't say I had the contract with me.
Cam said that we should hang on to them. He didn't take them from
So
Tazar.
I would say Cam has them at that point then. Yeah,
I
you
didn't take them
probably
from
have
you.
them.
Well, no, yeah, I guess you
I
did
would-
only read them over my shoulder.
I would say I think the rest of the party may have heard the guard.
Well, they heard the crash. They didn't hear, and you guys went down there, and Darius and everybody else. You hear by this point. You kind of hear echoing of like a conversation coming up the stairs.
Must have found the guy then.
I'll Well, I'll look at the guard and say, look, you want to come talk to the rest of my group, you know,
There's more
keep
of
your
you
weapons.
here.
Not
And at
right
this
here,
point-
but upstairs.
You drop your invisibility, Star. Is that what you said, or what did you say?
At this point, I walk up next to him, and then I poke him with clear wounds to help with his knee. Cure
What
wounds,
was
goddammit.
that? He kind of like looks around. He's like, "What was that?"
Hello.
As
Oh.
the dwarf
I-
reveals itself.
Apparently, there's another one of those dwarves around here. They're
By
like
the way, I
rats.
do have my
They get
gun
everywhere.
stowed on my back.
Why is there a dwarf here?
I'm with
Because he's part of our motley crew, as it were.
He's still like he looks now. He's like looking at Gothic and just being like, You're-
Have
you're-
you
Gothic
heard of
over
the-
here, so he doesn't feel like he's surrounded.
and he looks. He's like, "That's not the one with the construct, is it?"
no. Oh god.
Thank you. I just needed to know.
No, that one's upstairs.
I
Achoo.
mean, there's a lot of dwarves that make constructs, so, you know.
I'm not one of them.
I prefer the wilds.
And you see him kind of relax, and he puts his spear back up and into his normal, travel stance that they usually
I realize
take.
you still may not exactly believe me, but believe me, we do mean you no harm.
Well, if
Wake
I end
up
up,
in peace. I don't say that.
Hey guys, to your leader.
All your base belong to us.
it's
Yeah.
kind of like you have.
Tazar's just kind of sitting there waiting for a response from him.
He looks up and he's like, "Well, where's the rest of your motley crew?"
This way. He beckons for him to follow.
Yeah, he follows you guys up the stairs, and you guys hear,
just before we come into within sight of the rest of the group, I'm just gonna do a kind of projecting whisper that, everybody who's coming up the stairs is friendly.
"Do not kill us, please."
Basically, yeah, no reflex shots, please, and thank you.
And you guys walk up and you see a Praetorian walking up as the last behind both Gothic and Tazar. And you see him walk into the room, and you see him. He goes back into guard stance at the construct. Why is that here?
Part of the
Doesn't
group.
go-
Don't worry,
Darius
it's
is just
trained.
gonna be
to extinction.
leaning against the wall next to the passage.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, that
So,
thing doesn't go anywhere without its master. So
I
This
see.
is the rest of our group, as I was saying. Cam,
Well-
do you have those contracts on you still?
I have a few of them. And Cam
Can I,
pulls out the stack, pulls one off of it, and hands it to him.
That's
And
just can I see the rest too?
Book it.
And you see him.
Okay.
He takes the contract. You hand it to him. He's reading it. He's like, "This isn't right, though. Why would he do this?"
Because he's an evil bastard.
Pretty
absolute
much.
an absolute
Most likely
shit
trying
boot.
to seize power for either for himself or for somebody else.
Well, that lines up with what he did.
And what exactly
What
did he do?
Well, he sent most of the Praetorians that were left, about a few of us here, to back down into the underground passages that we fought in. If you all remember, I remember. I think you guys were there.
I remember that well. Meanwhile, Carmen's like,
What?
Yeah, it wasn't me.
And Goz is like, what?
Underground passages, like the one we were just in.
More of the basement with summoning circle.
And he sent
Worse.
he sent many Praetorians through those circles, actually.
Oh boy.
So
Know
He
where they were
potentially just killed.
sent.
We were told to mirror.
They're dead.
Yep,
Wasn't there
probably.
a orc attack at Mir?
Yes, Amir fell.
Why would you go to Amir?
Apparently to kill yourself.
It was an order from Tazar, and he said the king had ordered, while he was gone, that we would start operations to try and take back the mirror and the orcs out of there.
Good
appear-
sir, you did say that the Tazar is down there.
Yes, he's still here in the castle. Yes.
We
And-
should
Well, let's
go
go say hi.
take a visit.
Has he
Gam's
got
gonna-
any shady compatriots with him?
15 of them arrived. They said they were part of his organization.
Well, we can take 2 off for being dead and 2 are captured on the ship.
That's 11.
That's 11 somewhere down there.
Yeah, they arrived about a week ago, and they were trying to assist with operations here.
I'm
Assist.
I'm
More like
gonna like
sabotage.
step or go to the door again and next past the Praetorian and look down, see if anyone's coming up. Just to be safe.
Nobody's coming up.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit there just to make sure no one's coming up.
But the guards that are still here, we were being replaced by these men as guards in some of the more secretive locations within the castle.
As for the remaining Praetorian, are you sort of all just patrolling around down there, or is there a?
There's a few
Area.
of us. We use the passages to get around the castle easier. They were built to if this was ever to fall or anything of that nature, or if we needed to move people, mainly the royal family, it was the idea if we could facilitate their escape.
Well, sitting down there is the biggest threat to your royal family at this point in time.
Though that's what it seems.
Do you have any? Are there any Praetorians down there with him?
Well, there's remaining here. I think there was 100 of us left.
I mean, in
probably.
the room.
No, there wasn't any with him.
Where do you keep your barrels of oil?
Barrels of oil, in the storage room.
How many do you think it would take to remove
Oh.
the threat?
So we're going with the old chestnut of what we did back in the basement. Stop that orc attack coming up the stairs.
Wouldn't hurt.
I mean, it did work.
When you
Who
have
you
the high
going-
ground, might as well use it.
Who are you going to kill with the oil? The Praetorians or
Oh, not the
Tazar?
We'd
Praetorian.
rather not catch any Praetorians.
Did
in
I
the
just
process
ask where the
of this fire.
Praetorians were, or whether there were any in the room with him?
No, he questions that because planning to kill my brothers kind of thing. The fuck?
I would recommend that you gather your other Praetorians. Get them
Well,
out
most
from there.
of them are still, I believe, resting. So I will head that way. I
it
guess.
is about
Yeah. Go, rouse them, lead them elsewhere. If there are questions, make something up.
Order for the McKee, I guess.
I would say don't tell them the king is back quite yet.
Well,
Fair
I
enough.
think he may know, just hasn't told them. One of his men definitely saw the ship.
yeah.
True.
Yes, but
If
the
you're
she
questioned
knows that
by,
the Praetorians know.
it would be a situation of whatever you tell them, just be prepared to defend yourself. I may
I
attempt
have
to stop
this strange feeling that something bad is about to happen.
Elvish Civil
What
War.
gives you that feeling? Is it some weird sound you're hearing, Cam? Are you okay?
Ball is rolling die, motherfucker.
Yes, I am. Okay. All right, continue.
It's This is literally Cavite. You know that meme you've been saying a lot. Big open room, no enemies.
Mm-hmm.
The boss fight room. That's going to be what's going to be happening in about 5 seconds. So, where was the storage room in these passages? Would be the question.
What?
You see the Praetorian, he heads back downstairs, back to what you see him kind of go running back downstairs when you send.
Shit.
So, what do you guys want to do?
I mean, follow him.
Are we going to run around and stumble upon some oil? Or
So
are
you
we
guys,
just going
is
to-
everybody going down? Is everybody going down then?
Will Plode actually go down now?
Claude is fighting with all of his might not to go.
Fucking
No, come.
Carban, help me with this one.
You see, like, Carvan and Darius, like, pushing
Carbon just
Claude.
walks over, grabs Mini Plode, and just
Yeah, you
fucking
could just pick him up. You could pick him up,
fireman,
couldn't you?
fireman lifts him.
Shit.
No, I refuse. Put me down. What is Master's favorite word in this situation?
Help.
Rape. Rape.
It's like having two of them.
I mean, you already have. No, wait, no.
Rear's just
This is
gonna.
what, this is what
Rear's-
happens
I'm
when
so
you get.
proud.
That's what he says. I taught him well.
No, you told him bad.
Constructs
Yeah.
have the ability to imprint from their masters if they stay on for so long. There you go.
Oh, fuck.
Don't worry, Plode. We're gonna make it.
I'm not sure
No.
about this.
Here.
Desist.
And
Let me go.
Rear's gonna walk over to Tazar and basically say, "Can I borrow the bag of holding? There's a head bag in there."
Tazar reaches in and pulls the bag.
Thank
Pulls
you.
that bag out.
Now, no incident is complete without this, and Rear head bags Plode.
Cam's gonna
Why
stop
is it
him.
dark? Why
It-
is it so dark?
It's nap time.
My dark vision
Can't-
has failed.
Cam's gonna intercept that.
Okay.
What? You're gonna treat Plode like a parrot, Minnie? Fucking put the cover on his face. He goes, shutting down.
Blinders.
Shut
Cam,
him
so
down.
Cam, what do you say when you intercept them?
How about no?
And I mean, there's always later. And Rear's gonna walk back over to Tazar and put the give it back to him.
Oh my god.
Claude will remember that for later.
Yeah, and you see,
Plode will remember this.
and you just see this little pop up on the screen. Plode will remember this.
You will Plode until I erase it.
20 Paragon points. So.
Claude will also remember that.
Cam gets 20 Paragon points. Minnie gets Renegade.
Yeah. Anyway,
That's a good way of tracking alignment, actually. Holy shit.
yeah, you
Alright.
guys head down. You all heading down then?
Yeah, I guess we are.
Mm-hmm.
And Plode, while Carvan's carrying him, is doing the whole turtle thing. Like, I
I just imagine him being like, like using his fist and hitting like Carban's back, going, "No, desist, let go."
and he starts making this like weird. It almost sounds like a rape whistle voice, like noise in his voice. It's like, brrr.
Shut him up.
Carbon takes.
You're really okay with this, Carban?
Carbon picks up a.
This isn't ringing any bells for you?
Garvin picks up a rag and stuffs it in Float's
Ah,
mouth.
you just hear it like all muffled. He's still doing that, and it's like muffled now.
Mm,
He just changed his speaker sources and it's coming out of his ass now.
Whoa!
Why
At
have you
that
installed
point-
speakers in his ass?
At that point, Carbon drops him and is just like, no, not I am
We're
not
done.
dealing with this.
fuck's sake.
I am not fisting a construct, damn it.
All you guys hear is thud,
Yep, and he
and
just
Carbon just go.
keeps walking. Garvin keeps walking down the stairs.
Why would you install that in his ass?
Look, it was the only spot that would fit, alright? The runes take up too much, the armor takes up too more. This is the last spot.
What do you mean the last spot? He already had a speaker in his mouth.
Well, it's good to have redundancy. I mean, when you bring one dynamite stick, you don't just bring one, you bring 8.
Man, you're talking out of your ass.
You thought giving him the ability to talk out of his ass was a good idea.
Well, I mean, if the first speaker goes down, you're
Paul
gonna
is
want the
just
second
fucking
one.
dying.
I say I'm Chris Hansen with Data NBC.
I mean, you gotta be prepared.
Beat
Redundancy is
on
key.
the rear. You just wanted to be able to use them for fart jokes.
I'm sorry.
No, that wasn't the reason.
I roll insight on a rear.
Roll it.
Do I counter roll?
You
Yeah,
roll a
deception.
Deception or persuasion, either one, whichever one applies.
Depending on if you're truthful or not.
All right. Well. Okay, that's easy enough. 12.
What'd you get, Kev?
I got a 13.
Oh,
Wow.
I rolled a 12 and my insight is +1.
I rolled a 12 and I get nothing.
so you have to be truthful here, Minnie.
Yeah, it may not be the full reason, but you can tell that was a decent driving factor in the installment of a.
Usually I say I'm Chris Hansen with Data NBC.
That was
God damn it, can't there.
that was a decent. He's kind of shifting sideways, you know, like avoiding your eye glance, a rear. And he's like, no, it's a good thing to have redundancy. You could tell it was a good factor as to why he did it.
Uh-huh.
It's a half truth.
Moving on.
Basically, yeah.
So Plode now gets back up, and you guys, he still has the gag in his mouth. And he's like, "It's dark here.
Claude, you have dark vision. Turn
It's
it on.
still dark."
Open your eyes.
He opens them, and he's like, "Oh, it's not that bad then. Okay.
Fuck's sake.
Plode is turning into a waller.
Yep."
It's like Claude. Claude, remind me when we get back. We're gonna build your original giant body with the new armored scales thing we got, and I'm gonna have to work on your
Fear response?
emotions.
No, don't kill my personality.
That's basically the response. you get.
Don't worry, Plode. I can't.
like the
It's
It makes
ingrained.
me- my disposition makes me funny.
It's like the fucking robots in Fallout 4, like fucking Ada. You have the option to turn off her fucking personality like that.
Plode, don't make me throw the kill switches again. Let's just keep going.
I don't remember the last time. That's what he says.
Well,
There's a reason for that.
yeah. Yes. Yeah, let's keep going. Rear's gonna kind of like think to himself, "Shit, I didn't mean to say that. He wasn't supposed to know."
Shouldn't have told you that.
So you guys are going down. You guys get back to the stairs where the 3 hallway points come together on the landing. You have 3 options. Which way do you want to go? There's one that's heading towards the center of the castle. There's one off to the, which would be this. So it would be the first one. Let me get a line. So we're about right here in the middle where we're at the castle. So we're. The line would work. We're here.
It's putting it underneath, I think.
There we go. Now, there, and there's one that goes this way. There's one that goes this way, and then there's one that kind of arcs back this way. Oh. And you guys can tell, you guys look at above, and you guys are, at this point, underground, too, by the way.
Which passageway has the next set of stairs that lead down to Tazar's?
It would
Creepy
be this
Tazar?
one. It would be this way, towards that way.
Towards Austin.
Uh-huh.
Old man Jenkins.
Oh, fuck's sake, I know it's coming next, probably. Anyway. So, Cam, you're interested in oil.
Can you
Well, it
smell
would
it?
make this much easier to deal with.
Didn't we take some oil from that necro-infested tavern?
Maybe.
Or was that rum?
Yes, some flasks.
Not barrels.
However, a flask will not engulf a room.
True.
And personally, I would find it far easier to deal with them by sitting at the top of the stairs and cracking open a cask of oil, rather than wading into 12 potential hostiles.
And it's stone down here, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not like anything's gonna catch on fire and cause the palace. to
Real
burn,
quick,
so.
I'm gonna
There is
Look to rhetorical-
wood. There is like wood supports every so often that you look down the hallways and you do see they tunnel these are tunnels.
It would not.
what you
It
can
would
tell.
not be a good thing for the room, but it
No.
wouldn't take down the palace.
No.
And I'm always up
And
for a
it-
good explosion.
And if it's spread up a little bit, Cam can control flame. So
Like, I was gonna ask the Praetorian, is
Praetorian's
there a
gone.
passage?
Torian's gone. He
Really?
went down and you guys kind of followed him. And you see him, he kept going down the stairs. So he went down this pathway that goes to the Austin.
towards Tazza.
Yeah.
Fake Tazza.
Shit.
I highly doubt he's going to do anything. Seeing as Praetorians are the guards of the king. That man is planning to kill them. He's not going to charge in there and try and kill fucking Tazza on his own, is he?
Hardly. He isn't even convinced that that's the wrong Tazar.
He could be warning them right now.
You said you went down towards the Praetorian rather than towards the.
Went down
Where
the
he indicated
passageway.
Ta-
where
Going
Well,
down the
Tazar was-
passageway that kind of arcs towards where the Praetorian is. It kind of arcs to the left, and then it arcs back up into the.
But it's a different one from the one he suggested the old Tazar was in, right?
No, it's the same one.
Oh, odd.
Technically, you wouldn't know that. I'd be going, hey, that Praetorian, did he go down that same way Tazar is? Or Creepy
Yep.
Tazar is? Which kind of alerts the rest of the parties to that fact now.
Fuck.
Tazar, do you want to go invisible and track him down? Make sure he's not telling your. Did
Oh.
Tazar say he was his
How
father?
often can you do that?
It's the ring. You can do it as many times as you want.
As much
Yep.
as I want. Sadly, I cannot shoot while I'm invisible. That
Yep.
would be
Yeah.
amazing.
Tazza's cloak allows him to attack, but he only has
It's only
2
2
hours.
hours. Yeah.
about 2 hours. Yes.
Takes
Full 2
like 40. It takes a full 24 hours to recharge.
And it's an action for your ring to.
Bonus
Yep.
action.
That's a bonus action.
I think maybe it's a action to enable, but bonus action to
Disable.
But,
Yes.
but doing any action such as attacking or something like
It
that, or grappling.
Drops it automatically.
So, Firing does not waste.
But it's an action to turn it on.
Yes.
In combat.
Actually, hold on.
In
I have the
combat,
card
yes.
my
In
hidden
combat,
thing.
it does. But yes, he went down the same hallway, and
Action, yeah.
so you guys are gonna go invisible and go back down, go down those stairs.
Cash, what do you think?
Tazar's gonna just not say anything, but he's gonna vanish and go that way.
Now, which one are you using, Cash? The ring or the cape? Your cloak.
He's using the ring.
Oh.
Doesn't say anything, and he goes invisible, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Gossip would actually know where he's going.
Well, there's only one way to go that requires him to be invisible.
Alright, well, I'm gonna do the same then.
So Tazar, you're leading. You guys head down the stairs. You see that another. This one has another landing into a door, and you guys get up towards the door, and you hear voices in through the door.
I put my ear up to listen to see if I can hear them.
Tazar, do you do that as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
You stumble into each other and knock down the door.
Hello.
And you
Hello
hear.
there.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Tazza.
Hello. And you hear the Praetorian that you just talked to talking to somebody, and he's. What do you mean that there's people in the passages? And he's like, I just ran into them, and one of them was claiming that he was you.
Oh boy.
And
I'm going to step aside from the door in the direction that, or in the, sorry. Basically so that if they go back up the stairs, they won't hit me.
well, no, they're in a room like the other side of the door. You guys are just hearing them through the door.
Okay, in that
Okay.
case, I'll do that if they start moving towards the door. Sorry.
And you hear him. He's like, "Well, I'm sorry, sir. Sorry I didn't detain them." And he's like, "You better be." And he's like, Go wake the rest of the guard. We're gonna have to hunt these imposters." And you hear the Praetorian kind of march off out of the room, and you hear a sigh, and then you hear the
Tazar
mechanism open, and you see the door starting to open.
Tazar moves off to the side of the door.
And you guys watch
Yeah.
the door open, and you see old Tazar come walking through by himself. He doesn't have anybody with him.
Am I doing this? Yeah, I'm doing this. I stab him in the back.
Oh!
Am I doing this? I'm doing this. RKO out of nowhere.
Okay.
Hidden blade, dagger of venom.
Nasty.
And you guys watch.
You said envenomed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Dagger of venom.
The purple worm poison.
No,
one?
no, my venom dagger.
He has his own venom dagger. Yeah.
That's disappointing.
Purple
I
one
didn't
would've
have
fucking
time to
murdered.
apply it, but I can trigger the venom on the dagger. So yeah,
And so you
sneak attack, bitch.
Now how we'll go ahead and roll your attack. Let's you natural 20.
So close.
What'd you get?
I got a natural 19.
So that will
And-
auto crit because I'm giving it to you.
8. So
Explain how you're going to
Do this.
do this. I want to hear your explanation. I have an idea, but I
So-
want to hear Cash.
Explain how you're going to
So-
stab your father in the back.
Quite the case
He,
of becoming your father.
he slides away from the
Follow the
wall while invisible, and then just gets up right behind him, reaches around, glove right over the mouth, and then
Mhm.
hidden blade direct into the back, just straight out it, like he triggers it straight into his.
I hear him go. "Oh."
And then, Tazar says, "Son of a bitch."
Arrivederci.
And
Thought you could get away with it. I tried to leave you behind. I tried to leave the village behind, but you just had to come, didn't you?
it's our way, and that's what he tells you as he dies.
Oh, he's straight up dead. Damn. All right.
Yeah.
Tazar lets him fall.
Yep. Crumple on the floor.
You just like hear from this like
He will not wake up no
where
more.
you just hear from like where like next to where you're standing at the door go, holy shit, I guess you had some family issues you had to deal with.
Tazar just
Family
sighs. And, well, we need to get to the prince. Well, king. This king. And we need to put a stop to this before the Praetorians start trying to attack us.
Yes, let's make a move on right now.
So, Tazar is going to place his father's corpse up onto his shoulders and carry him up.
Okay.
You know.
And I follow pursuit. I'm still invisible through this whole thing, but I'm
And-
also checking behind us, make sure no
Yeah.
one comes.
He's
And-
just going to make his way up to the party and say, we've got to
Darius-
go get to
Darius
the
and
king's
Cam.
side.
You guys both look down the hallway and you see
Oh, good,
Tazar
we can,
running up the stairs.
Question him later, get him to confess to all of his shit about what he's done. Let's go.
Yeah,
And then,
no.
and then a
I
voice.
dead.
I don't
You
think
hear
that's the
Gozik's
case.
voice.
Yeah.
You just
He's
hear Gozik's
fucking
voice.
dead, Jim.
from an invisible
Star,
dwarf.
let Star go. Let Star go. Go
Alright.
ahead, Star.
Yeah, after you say that, Cam, you just hear Gozik's voice go, yeah, good luck questioning the dead.
I
That-
just imagine it.
Would
Oh.
be a bit more difficult, yes.
Yes. Let's go. Because the Praetorian, didn't buy our shit.
And you guys start running back
We
up
need
the
to go.
stairs.
We need to go meet up with the king. Now.
If he's dead, why are we bringing him?
Proof? I don't know.
Proof, and also, maybe the guys don't know he's dead yet. That's an idea.
Yeah, you leave
No,
the
no,
corpse
in
there.
character, Cam says
Yeah.
that.
Oh, okay.
Bring him proof.
And
Alright,
you guys hear, as you guys are heading up the stairs, you guys walk back through the initial room, and you hear the scramble bell from the Praetorian start ringing, and you hear, it sounds like a trumpeted instrument start blaring. Yeah, wake up, something is wrong.
Rally.
Yes.
Everyone, get your gear. Ah, I know these
And
noises too
we are
well.
booking it towards the ship.
Alright, I need everybody to roll dexterities.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes.
21.
That's an amazing roll.
What
But
kind of
yes.
12.
straight dexterity or acrobatics?
Either or. So.
Sorry, 22. Rolled a 19.
Okay.
Got plus 30.
So,
I'm in the kitchen
everyone,
still, so I can't.
So, there is a 16 for Caravan, and it was a 23 for
Okay.
Tazar.
Hey, Brex, do me a favor.
Yo.
Grab one of the silver die and roll it.
No, that's a 12.
I got it.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, I'm over the.
Oh.
Fuck!
Oh.
Hey,
Star, why?
So, maybe I should have rolled it because guess what else? I also rolled.
Oh, fuck.
I'm gonna guess
Start.
it's a 1.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Doesn't much matter what my modifier is then.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Twitch trip.
So you guys are running through through the building. You get through the entry, going out towards the dock, where the ship is parked. And you guys look behind you. The camera turns and you see all the 100 Praetorians that are left now, like running out of these buildings, like just from everywhere. And
fuck!
and they are upset. And as you guys like turn around and let Cam and Gauze, both of you trip and fall on a loose stone, near one of in the courtyard.
They both trip on the same stone.
The same stone, yes. And they run into each other, and you guys end up in the middle of. You guys stop, and you see all the Praetorians now just surround you. And they all have their spears and shields pointed at you, while the rest of the party gets to the ship.
Look, I didn't know she was his daughter. It's fine.
I'm
sorry. Look.
By the way, Gauze, your invisibility does drop because of you tripping and falling. So you're now visible too.
Stop! You have violated the law.
Basically.
Do I have to roll deception for that?
I mean, you want to roll perception? It's like, I didn't know it was this. You'll roll it with disadvantage, but you can if you want.
I didn't know she was the king's cousin.
Alright, back to computer now.
Cam.
Yep.
Or, well, Cam.
Cam or Camp?
Yeah, you, Cam. Do you have... Yes, you. No. You still have banish... teleporting door, whatever you call it.
Dimension door?
Dimension door?
Yes.
24, by the way.
Have you got it prepared?
I don't prepare.
Oh yeah, you don't
It recharges every day, I think.
So you see the captain, the ranking guard. He's like,
what?
He's like, whose daughter? Who?
Yours, sir.
How to get shanked?
I don't know. I just know he was really he looked really important. He was really angry.
And you see one. It's like that. You see one of the other Praetorians next, and they look at each other, and they're like, you both nod in agreement. They're like, it's probably, you realize that they're probably having this nonverbal communication of it's probably somebody they know, and they're like, yeah, that sounds about right. Stop, and you hear like, put down your weapons, and surrender to us.
While I'm doing this, what's the rest of the party doing? And can I?
Yeah,
see?
what's the rest of what's everybody doing at this point that passed their death
It was
checks?
literally that situation of we turned back, we saw the
Cannon fodder.
and then we saw all the Praetorians. I was like, yeah, no, we cannot stop to save them.
So they've made it to the ship by this point.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, the way I'm figuring this is best thing for us to do is gonna be to say, hey, Petrus, can you come call your personal guard off, please?
Or get to the ship and threaten them with the main cannons.
Two questions then. Can I see the ship?
Yes.
How far away is it?
You guys are about 300 feet from it.
Okay.
Stall. Fucking stall.
Cam's just gonna kind of just keep his hands up and just like, okay, can I go?
Can you go? No, you're under arrest.
For what?
Why? What do we do?
Gosh, for what?
We need to figure that out.
I just slept with the man's daughter.
Do you have a
I
warrant?
don't understand.
But if you don't know what you're arresting me for, why are you arresting me?
Because I can. And you seem suspicious. You seem suspicious as they start closing the circle. By the way, they're starting to advance towards you guys and get closer.
This whole I'm just trying to buy time at this point.
Yeah. And you guys are both at this point. They get to a point where the spears are like almost like in your face.
Tazar's gonna, in order to move quicker, Tazar is going to shift his father's corpse over to Carbon. Carbon is
carry it.
Resigned to it, but he realizes,
hey, catch! What the
for the good of the party.
Yep.
And grabs it, and then Tazar just fucking eats himself up onto the ship. He just fires his grappling hook at the rail and pulls himself up.
Okay.
Goes and finds Petrus.
Okay. And you walk in and you see Petrus sitting there. He's like, what is it? As you're
Return-
out
Well-
of breath.
Cap,
Imposter problem
uh,
solved. Ish. Praetorian Guard
Mm.
is told to arrest us. We need you to tell him to back down.
I mean,
heavy breathing.
technically they're doing their job, but I
Technically,
will do
yes,
this.
but we don't really feel like being arrested. Especially
course.
on an imposter's orders.
And he's like, well then, and he, in a flurry, grabs his sword and he starts walking up with you. He's like, we should probably go take care of it.
And just imagine that he was in very casual clothing.
Yes.
Like not even the Praetorians like rarely see him in this sort of casual clothing. He's just sort of sat there in like shorts. So
It's like a night robe kind of thing. He's just like, right.
Wine shirt.
Flip flops. No, not even flip flops. The freaking like
Crocs.
Fluffy bunny slippers.
fluffy bunny slippers.
Fluffy bunnies.
And
Fuck.
sunglasses.
At night,
At
Yes.
day.
I
And-
wear
Is that-
my sunglasses
And
at
he has a
night
pi- you know, he's
so
got
I
a
can- so I can.
pineapple drink kind of thing. He was just chilling out on the ship.
You're like, well, I can't go to the
Well,
palace.
that
Might
says
as well
it
make the most of
now.
it.
No, he gets up and he walks out, and you guys you're still stalling,
Mm-hmm.
and they're getting closer. He's like, surrender! And you're all like, put down your weapons.
I've already got my hands up. I can't surrender anymore.
wait, hold on. I'll drop my weapon.
Shush.
But very, very slowly.
Yeah.
Like fucking snail slow.
And you said we tripped over the same rock, so presumably we're like right
You
next
guys
to
are
each other.
right back to back or side to side to each other. Yeah. So.
Can't there escalate it? Take Goz as a hostage.
You'll
They'd
never
be-
take me alive.
You'll never take me. What?
What?
We're not. We don't care about him.
What? Hold on. The fucking Praetorian Guard's all confused.
They got me completely surrounded. So
Yes.
like,
Yes.
Look, I can't go anywhere. Could you please just calm down?
No, and they keep putting the pressure. You know, they're forcing the pressure. They're not really moving, but they're pressuring you guys to comply.
And there. Die, you fool.
I could.
That
He's not going to
might
quite
be
yet because he's
valid,
currently
yeah.
effectively prone.
Yeah. And Tazar and like Petrus is he's being very. He's not at a brisk pace, but he's kind of taking his time. So,
I suspect at this point the rest of the party has probably made it to the ship.
yeah,
You
and
said I look suspicious. Suspicious of what?
Is
Well,
it my
you're-
scales? Is that it?
It's always the scales.
like, well, it's someone we haven't really. We've seen you before. You're familiar. Who are you?
Me? I'm Camericus?
I did jobs for the king?
I was waiting for him to say, "I'm Gurren Blasted."
I'm Rick James. Good, nice to meet you.
I'm Rick James.
Like James, bitch.
I'm Camericus. I've helped out with what happened in the migrant court a little bit back.
Defending of the
Occasionally
palace.
appear in the hospital to help out.
Hmm.
The defense of the palace from the orc invasion.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a major one.
I'm trying to downplay the whole I fought people and more upplay the whole I helped people at the moment.
It's not helping. They're like very much comply.
They are literally the fucking Arbite right now.
Yes. Yes.
You have violated the law!
Or in his case, you haven't violated the law.
Well, they don't fucking know.
And you see Petrus kind of walk up, and the rest of the party, you guys walk out. You see Petrus. You guys are walking towards the ship, and you see Petrus coming up, and Fireband's still carrying the body, and they kind of just takes it onto the ship. And the rest of you can either follow Petrus or go on the ship.
They're actually just like
Hmm.
he's made it to the ship. Like
Can,
everyone, like everyone's
can I
there. We're
see
seeing
how far
Pe-
away Petrus is?
This man, he's still coming off the ship, isn't he? Like, he's walking
Petrus
towards
is
it.
about 200 feet from you at this point. He's about a third from the ship to you.
Arrears
And
moving
are
to one
these
of the
guys
cannons.
actively trying to restrain me, or just
Oh,
hold
yeah.
me in place at the moment?
They're getting to the point now where they're getting the spears and they're trying to pin you. So you're not going anywhere.
Cam, do you have any ideas?
Well, I got one. We could cooperate.
That sounds
Or
like a great idea.
dimension door.
Finally, you. Goddamn.
I was trying to see if I could get through that without doing it.
Are
But
you going to dimension
I
door?
to the ship.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Or rather, a hair above it, just because I'm not 100% sure where I would pop out.
You being close to Gauze, you grab his arm, and then you just watch as you see the purple energy pop up, and you guys just phase into it and disappear, and the guys are like, what?
How I imagine it is, he doesn't grab Goz's arm. He puts his tail around it, and he just flips them off as he disappears.
Bye, bitches!
Fuck you,
I'm gone.
bitches.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
And then they all look towards the ship, and they all look towards the group
They,
coming
they,
at
they see
them.
the flash.
They just see Cam land on his feet on deck and just hold up both middle fingers.
Oh, the double bird getting classy.
Cam, that's a good way to die, even after Petrus tells him to calm down.
And you see all the guards, they all start trying to charge the ship. They're all running at you.
Well, I got Petrus between me and them, so I'm assuming everything's gonna end well.
And at this point, Arrear made it, I'm hoping, to one of the cannons, and he's like cranking it around to point it at them.
By the way, Cam, where you pop up at, you see Minnie turning the can. You see, or not Minnie, Arrear turning the can, one of the smaller deck guns towards the group, the Praetorians.
I go tackle a rear.
Stop that, you fool!
Arrear's not turning it, it's Plode.
What?
You said a rear was.
Instead of
Yeah,
rear.
you did.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah, you did.
Guess Arrear. I don't know how he's. Oh, it's a crank. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I tried to tackle your ass.
Do I dodge?
Roll off,
Probably don't
kids.
know if I. Okay. What are we rolling for? Dexterity?
He's doing
You're doing a melee, essentially
Yeah.
a melee attack.
You're trying to roll a grapple.
Yeah,
basically.
so strength,
Strength,
and then he
for
rolls
you.
the dex.
I rolled 14.
Strength to goes, dex for
Minnie.
Arrear.
Yep. So I need a strength from you, Star.
Which does grapple include proficiency?
I think there is. I know in 3-5 it does. I don't know about 5. I
Well,
don't
3-5
remember.
doesn't have proficiency.
I rolled a 6 straight because of strength.
14 for me.
Oh no.
You fuck.
God,
Rear,
you
stop.
just literally like are struggling, and you see your rear still cranking it, and he's like, "I must."
Well, he dodged. He didn't.
Yeah, but
So
you're
he's
still.
not at the cannon anymore.
Yeah. I mean, he's
Don't
trying
worry.
to head back towards the cannon.
Gothic, don't worry, I won't fire it unless they're gone.
Hey, is the handle
Wait.
oh, what am I gonna say? Metal?
Yeah.
Hey Cam, do you still have a cooking book?
No,
Arrear,
no.
Just
it's a
cook the
God,
handle.
that's a cannon with gunpowder in it.
Yes. For the
Oh, it
love of
cooks-
God.
Wait, it cooks the whole thing?
Yes,
It would
everything.
heat the
That's
whole thing.
It's heat metal, not heat point.
at this point,
And
Arrear's
A
gonna.
lot of the ship is metal.
the whole ship is pretty much metal, other than like the deck. So deck
It is
wood.
it is only one object that it heats. It's metal, but
Yes.
the triggering mechanism on a cannon is a hole in the
Yes.
barrel.
At this point, Arrear's gonna be like, wait, you're here. Who's down there? How did you.
Down where?
Avir, step away from the cannon. You're going to make things way worse.
Does Arrear have his shield on his back?
Yes.
Heat metal his shield.
Cam is not going to burn a second level spell slot on that.
Keep it
And
down.
you
Well,
see Petrus kind of all the Praetorians are like charging him. Then you like Petrus like, stop, everybody, stop.
Just
I
stop.
stopped turning the handle when I tried to be tackled. What the? How?
He's not talking to you.
Talking to the Praetorians, you dick.
Oh,
also
And
not
he
on the
puts
ship.
his hand up and he pulls it. He draws his sword and he's like, "Men, stop!" And they're all like, "Oh!" They all realize, "Oh, it's Petrus! Oh no!" And they all stop and
Oh fuck, we done fucked up.
Still while wearing his bunny slippers.
and he's like, "Y'all," he's like, "Y'all, you men have done well today, this evening.
Other elves.
Stand down, stand down, stand down." And he looks to the rest of the group. He's like, "So, what kind of chaos did you get involved with now? Killed old Tazar."
Well, as it's been previously explained, he did try to kill us. So, I'd say it's justified. Because Darius is still fucking winded from the sprint up to the fucking ship. Like, son of a bitch.
Same one who put a contract out on you, Prince.
Yeah, we
That
Fuck
I
it.
saw. I saw. And you see Carbane still has the body kind of flops it
Just
down.
kind of standing there awkwardly. He's just gonna step sideways and then just give it thud.
Thud.
That's the man that was giving you orders?
Don't forget to loot the body.
Ooh,
I'm kidding.
free stuff.
Actually, no, that's a good idea.
Hey, y'all
Oh,
neutral.
When we're
actually
done
it is.
solving the Praetorian thing.
Yes.
And the Praetorians do stand down. They recognize Petrus, and they're like, "Okay, we probably should not kill our king. That would look very bad."
That's how you start a civil war.
Yes.
Uno card. Oh, you're the traitors.
And then you see Petrus looking at the rest of the group. You said there was others here, did you not?
So it should be 11 of them.
And you
No.
see turn to the Praetorians. There's 11 assassins here that are here to kill us. Me included. I need you to all of you to find them. And the Praetorians are all looking at each other like, "That's probably a good idea." And they disperse and they start running around the castle looking for them. And you see Petrus
Did you
turn
say,
around
sorry,
and
that
like,
they start running around asshole licking for them?
no, start the castle looking for them.
Oh, okay,
I
sorry.
cut out.
Sorry, I
Well, we
fucking
all know what's on
sick.
Brexit's mind right now.
Yeah, man. It was all those card games yesterday.
Hey man, when you gotta eat cake, you gotta eat cake.
No, that's what they called it these days.
Thought the cake was a lie.
A big booty is called a cake.
So that's a lie too? Damn.
Not the ones I find, many.
Anyway, you see Petrus kind of turn to the rest of the group as the Praetorians are dispersing to go find people. Well,
Murder.
I think that solves this little problem now, doesn't it?
No.
At least temporarily.
What was the immediate one? Or the most immediate one?
Now we're just gonna deal with the illithid and that fucking wizard boy.
I have a plan for that. I think. We'll have to speak about it more when Baywater is conscious and we all have had some, time to rest and recover from the madness of the last few days. The Illithid aren't going anywhere, so that can be a tomorrow problem.
Yay.
As
Rest.
you're
Rest.
Darius just fucking hits the floor. Just lay on his back.
Clank!
you let Petrus look, he's like, you really need to work on your cardio, don't you?
It's the armor. It's heavy. Man, you have to run in it.
You just hear from the ship, fat ass.
Fuck you, Sante.
Yeah, but all you hear is badass.
And is there anything else that you guys want to do?
Other than looting that man's corpse.
Yeah, Tazar is gonna take care of the looting.
All right, you look
Speaking of
through.
that man's
Roll me a
corpse.
perception or investigation for it.
Why he does that? What is his father's real name? Tazar's father's name.
Old Tazar.
Dead.
As our senior.
Oh god, if his name is actually Tazar.
I never named him.
No.
Oh,
Name him Taser, please.
Taser.
Taser. Taser and his son Tazar.
Last name.
User kicked from the channel.
Metaphorical.
Worth it. Still worth it.
Oh
Do
god.
There you go, Cash.
24.
Okay, and there's the name.
Yeah, sure.
It's
that works.
close. It's close.
Yeah.
So
Crasher.
no. You look through and you find the keys. He had a set of keys on him. A few of them you look at is probably to the lock that you picked and what was in that journal that Campfear's holding
that.
onto. No one investigated the journal.
Haven't opened it yet.
Haven't opened it. He had on his person 1,000 gold, probably to pay the 11 people or the 15 assassins.
Damn, they
Or
are
used
fucking
from
Assassinations are cheap these days.
Well, that could have only been part of it too. So,
As
1,000
I'm
gold.
going to just slyly pocket that for now.
Okay. And then you do find that he has his wrist mount. He was wearing his wrist mounted blade, like everyone from the village has.
Uh-huh.
He wasn't, and he also had a dagger in his belt that he was hiding.
I'll take the dagger and have a look at it. Does it look special at all?
No, it's a dagger. I mean, it has your guys's has what was on the cape.
Yeah,
it has the same
the emblem.
emblem on it. Other than that, he really doesn't have anything else on him.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, no, he'll take the hidden blade and tuck that away in the bag. And they can throw the dagger in the bag.
Okay. And you're looking at his body now, and you just notice that the poison is still taking effect on the skin, and you're noticing it's a pale, and you can almost see you see the outline of like where it's going through the veins and stuff. It's not doing him very well.
I mean, he's dead.
Yeah.
That's some nasty
You know,
poison.
I
Kind of like that scene from Game of Thrones with Joffrey.
Mm-hmm.
Does not look pleasant.
Can Cam see this?
Yeah.
Do I have to do a medicine check to see if that's normal for someone dead to still be having that happen?
You want to? Yeah.
I mean, his heart shouldn't be pushing it around anymore.
Mm-hmm. And
guess welcome back and bye, Wolf.
yeah, 19.
Okay.
User disconnected from your channel.
Yeah, this you look at it and it's like this isn't normal. You look at it, it's like that's not normal elven or human physiology to see that.
For a corpse to do that, or for any elf or human?
Anything to really do that. I mean, even specifically a corpse, but yes.
Is he actually dead?
Fuck, check his heartbeat. Double check.
Still alive.
I thought you said you killed him.
Thought I did?
Then explain this as Cam pulls out his still beating heart.
Cam's gonna pull out his little mirror and hold it under his nose and explain this. Wait,
That's interesting.
and
I'm
yeah,
assuming he was still warm.
yeah, he's still warm. Like,
So also probably not undead.
no. Well, no.
I mean, the poison still wouldn't spread if he was undead. So.
And you see, as you guys are standing there, you see his arm starting to move a little bit.
All right. Backpack.
Ah, dead body.
It moves. It lives.
Let's tie him up, shall we?
Yeah, I agree.
You're gonna tie him up, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Whether the poison runs its course and kills him or doesn't. Good idea, either way.
Particularly the hands. Make sure he can't cast. Assuming that he might be a caster.
Tazar, you know he's not, by the way, but because you know what
Oh,
your
you
father
never know
did,
what
yeah.
kind of bullshit he's picked up. We
Mhm.
are
Maybe he
high
made a
elves
pact with
after
a
all.
fucking underdemon. Who knows?
And you see you start seeing that he's breathing again, hands are moving slightly, and
So his
you
body
look
shut
and you
down
watch.
temporarily.
Yeah, it can like you guys like when Tazar killed him, he checked his pulse to make sure he was dead, and he was dead.
Well,
Had
that's
some
lovely.
kind of
That is-
reanimation object on him, I bet.
Hey, Rear, can you come here?
Let's
I'm here.
not bring the walking Murphy's Law over here, shall we?
Can we at least, use detect magic just to
Whoa, is he moving?
check necromancy and shit?
Whoa, is he moving?
Yeah, and you notice that he's starting to like stir.
All right, I'm gonna do detect magic again. Cause this time not the ritual.
You look, and very similar to how the worms are. You guys notice this? You notice this, Benny, from when you were looking over your. It's in the middle of his chest.
Yeah, it's a phylactery.
Yeah.
He's got another one of those wormy thing. The necrophylactery. That's it. Chest.
Right. Just pulls himself from the floor. Draws Holy Avenger.
Okay. One
Not
moment.
letting. Not. Come on, man. I can't let this stand.
Cam's just gonna hold up a finger. One moment, and he's gonna cast healing word
Oh.
on him
Okay.
because it has no effect on undead, and he wants to find something out.
It's affecting him. That's what you're looking for. You look, and it's restoring his
Well, he's not undead.
his vigor.
So.
And you start seeing
alive,
his eyes blink, and he kind of like looks at you all as he's waking up. And by the way, you guys take the eye patch off that he has, and he has 2 eyes because he did have an eye patch. So
Well, he may be walking away with one in a minute.
Hmm.
We'll turn him into a true pirate.
Arr.
Wakey, wakey.
he's like, "What? Oh, I'm alive."
Unfortunately.
Yes, you appear to have a phylactery in your chest.
Right. I know it's there.
Well, why is it
Then
there?
why are you surprised you're alive?
Surprised that they would actually use it.
Who is they?
Saw this coming.
Here, what kind of magic did you see? Only the phylactery?
And it is necromantic, by the way. Or necrotic, excuse me. It is necromancy.
Nacho-mac.
Necromancy!
It was necromancy. That's what I said. Am I still
Necromancy.
seeing it?
Yeah.
That's in addition to the phylactery, or
No,
just...
that is the phylactery.
That's the magic it gives off.
Mm-hmm. And he's like, hey, if I tell you, they'd kill me anyway.
Like
I
right
mean,
now.
Cam's gonna start
I
binding his
already
wounds.
killed you.
I mean, you have a good chance of survival
Hold
here.
on, hold on.
I don't
Like,
want to
they
live.
can kill you on command.
Then answer our questions.
And Cam's wrapping the wound with a bandage, and
Okay.
he leans over and just goes, "Here, eat this," and goes
Isn't
back to
that-
wrapping.
Well,
It's just a little packet of yellow leaves, or little
Mhm.
yellow petals, rather.
mm-hmm. He looks up to all of you. He's like, well, our home was attacked about a year ago. Men, I think they were men, arrived and started killing all of us. And
When you say men, do you mean male or human?
we thought they were human at first.
Did they have squiddly faces?
Initially, no, they did not.
Yeah, they were doing that here as well.
And they killed all of the leadership of the village, and then instead of finishing us off, they gave us a deal. We work for them or we die.
Or she would be that.
He looks to Tazar as he says that, and that's your opinion, son.
There's a reason I left.
So we've been working for them for the better part of a year. And when they heard about your situation in the Wizard's Mansion when you guys were in Osterich, they approached me with this mission to come here and to try and gain influence and power within Alaron.
What you're saying is you're really the victim in all of this, and you aren't your usual manipulative self.
Yes.
Says yes.
And he's like, our mission was to kill the king and take over. That's for power
You failed.
that we have. But I still have men that are out here.
Not for much longer.
No.
Especially
Wait.
if I have anything to say about it.
Wait, do your men also have this phylactery?
Doesn't say anything.
Has he eaten the petals I handed him?
Yeah, he has.
He's under suggestion.
Okay.
Just tell us the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. No lies by omission.
And he looks. No, not all of them. Some of them do, but not all of them.
Fucking
Wisdom saving throw.
undead.
Why were you paying them if you were just forcing them or coercing their cooperation?
We had to make it look legitimate. Power transfer to somebody of more more open to the suggestion of the conclave. Someone, we needed to make it look legitimate just in case people asked questions. The Praetorians, the other people of the courts, other leadership within the empire. We needed to make it look like a legitimate action that King betrayed everyone by seeking help from foreign powers. And we wanted to make it so they would follow the people that wanted to stay true to what Alaron is. That's why we paid them.
I feel like I should insight check, but that all checks out.
Yeah. Well, he's telling the truth anyway, because suggestion, but...
Hey, out of character,
Yes.
I have a feeling that phylactery, if it can save his life, it can also kill him.
Necromancy giveth, necromancy taketh away.
Hey, or where was it exactly when Mini used detect magic?
Center of his chest.
Center of his chest.
Like by the heart?
It's it's basically right under what would be your breastbone, so...
Shit.
How did they get that in you?
Probably broke the bone, then healed him afterwards.
Canadian odds to Darius, yes.
Well, this is going to be painful. And Cam pulls out his hatchet.
Oh
Oh,
God!
God!
the medical violence just escalated.
And you see Tazar's father stretch his hand up. Don't do that, it will kill me. You want to
I
save
don't
me.
intend to break it.
Messed with any way, we die.
Sounds like you're right back where you started.
He kind of looks at everyone, he's like, well... Have any other questions? Me at all.
You started speaking up, there's a way to save you.
No, there's not. There's not. Only way to save me is to keep this in me and I return to my master, but...
What do you mean, return to your master?
The Conclave.
The illithid.
Well, not just the Illithid, but the man that's running the Illithid.
The wizard boy from the mansion.
Cartier high, whatever the
Yes.
color hair.
Yes.
It looks like a douche.
Is a douche.
He is a douche. Yes, that man. He is a douche, and yes. All wizards are douches anyway. Know this.
Darius nods.
Yes, if I return to him, he's the only one that can technically fix this. Or I return to serve him, it's either or.
He may have said that. I somehow doubt that's entirely true. In character.
Yeah, and he's
No, I believe him. The magics he messed with are beyond anything I have ever seen, and I've seen a lot.
You've been. Sorry, let me just start that again. Do you know where he lives, or where he hides out at?
All over. I mean, he's a powerful wizard. He has the ability to be in one place and then snap of a finger, he's in another place.
Is there a place he hangs out more often than others?
The ruins that we sent you to. That's his power base, I guess is the best word. It's where he lives. It's where he's from.
Speaking of which, what was the purpose in that?
Yeah, was you just trying to kill us, or
Yeah, we figured the either the orcs would kill you, or the illithid would, or the worms. One of the three. That was it. We were trying to get rid of you guys away so we can,
I guess he doesn't much
form
care
a
for us
plan.
after the whole killing a previous body of his.
He wants all of you dead. Why do you think he put Why did you think he put you on the contract, even though we thought you would die out there, or be disposed of another way? He was wanting to be very thorough. Very thorough.
The thorough overthinking man will forget the simplest of solutions.
But he commands him that he's very powerful.
And that right there would have been the simplest solution. Use his power.
Have him personally come out and fight you again. You beat him last time, right?
Yes, he had to puff what was it you said, Cam? Level 9 spells or something? Against us to stop himself from being killed.
Several 9th tier major spells. Don't exactly get higher than that without help.
And he has help. Or at least we think so.
Talking to fucking Cthulhu.
Or his boyfriend Satan.
Homeboy Satan.
His homeboy. And he looks to Tazar and he's like, well, son.
You have anything to say?
Other than that, I am absolutely disgusted by your continued existence.
Good to see you again, though. I'm glad you're okay.
What the
Come
fuck?
now, Tazar. You've seen worse things than that.
Tazar just
I was there.
shakes his head and leaves.
You hear him kind of under his breath. He's like, that's what I expected.
Tazar, hear that?
Yeah.
Tazar says over his shoulder, "It's what you deserve."
He left us, remember?
For good reason.
It saved his life.
And you see his father just kind of shakes his head, and he's like, yeah, maybe it is what I deserve after all this.
I suspect you don't want to be serving that wizard.
Eventually you get used to it, but no, I wouldn't want to.
Tell me. In a name of that island.
Yeah, Avalon, Amir.
There's a lot of islands.
In the Chosen Isles, we met 2 of your village mates. Is that the word in common?
People from my village,
Swordsman?
yes.
Sure. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Were they there in your order or in others?
They're not all of our people were in the village when we were attacked. Many were out on assignments, and there's quite a few that received word and did not return. I did order them there. They could have been there trying to figure out maybe what's going on.
Oh, that does remind me. Where's Norland?
Out
I
of
sent
character or
him.
in character?
Both.
I sent him to Amir with the Praetorians.
And what was waiting for them on the other side?
I don't know. I was ordered to send them there.
Most likely an army of orcs then.
Probably.
One fiend as well, I suspect. Thing is, we encountered those.
Mm-hmm. And you see him look up, and he's like, "I don't know what was on the other side. I was just told to do so."
I can't think of anything else out of character. I can't think of anything else to ask him.
Okay.
Don't mind me asking, but I should scratch that.
The fuck was that?
Dog sneezing or somebody. See, yeah.
Sorry about that.
There's coughing up a hairball.
Choking on some dick. His mother's giving someone a bee.
All right. Well, go ahead, Star.
How many? Do you know how many worms we're dealing with?
Depends.
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 Say down in the ruins. Expect a lot of them.
Yes. A lot.
It-
I don't know how many.
I guess that confirms
Dozens.
that theory.
Dozens would be my
really-
estimation.
That really confirms the theory then. And do you know if they're used for tunneling to like how they got under Avalon? Can't say it. Avalon.
Erlon. That was my assumption. They didn't tell me. We never saw the whole operation. We only saw our part in it. And, we only interacted with Wizard and really not much else from the Illithid or anybody else.
Does the wizard know we're talking to you right now?
Probably. I don't know. He knows I probably have died. But
So the fact that he hasn't killed you off right now.
Is that thing in your chest a danger to only you or anyone else?
I don't know.
Out of character, Cameron, asking if that's like a ticking time bomb.
Pretty much.
Fuck.
Nobody else got anything to ask him?
Do you have the princess anything to ask him while he's still under the effects?
Prince doesn't really. You guys answered asked most of the questions that he has.
The princess are like, damn, okay, you beat me to the punch.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Alright, fair.
Fair, hombre. then
I don't know what happens if you kill me. I might explode, or I might explode right now. I don't know. I lived every day of my life with that fear for the last year. At any moment, someone can just snap the finger and I'm dead.
do you want to die?
Don't know if I have much choice now, do I?
You always
Not
have a
really.
choice.
You have a choice, but
There's always
that
a
in your
choice.
chest.
Sometimes your options are unsavory, but there's always a choice.
I guess death on my own terms would be most welcome. At least I know it's coming.
Do you want to die right now? Your own term.
If you're offering.
Well, that thing in your chest. One, I can't stand the fact that it's there. Two, we have no idea what the wizard could do through that. I'd rather destroy it. In turn,
Is there a spot that... Sorry, finish.
in return, you die. So, how it would roll, unfortunately. But if it's your own term, and you're willing, I'd be more appreciative than having to, outright kill you because it was the only option at the time because of risk.
Well, and he looks up and he's, tell Tazar I'm sorry. Life wasn't fair, but that's what it was. And I wish I could have changed things.
Fair enough. So you said that it was located dead center of the chest, right?
Yeah, it's like right above his heart, pretty much.
Right
Yeah, I'm
above
just
his
gonna-
heart.
It's above, but just a little bit left or right. It would be right.
So it's central, but it's sitting above the heart.
Brexit.
Yeah. Yes. Yes,
Cam is going to kind of hold up a hand to Brexit, like wait, and ask, Brexit, Darius, do you still have that resistance potion I gave you a while ago?
Yes.
Mind if I borrow that?
Sure.
And is there like a spot that is reasonably far away from buildings, I guess, and people?
A clear section, basically. You're after.
Yeah. Cam's gonna bring the guy over there.
Yeah.
I don't really have a way to knock him out.
I get him in the back of the head with a sword.
I guess not. I could just non-lethal damage him into unconsciousness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't he under the suggestion spell?
It
Yeah,
takes a
he
while,
is. Well, yeah, he.
but also yes.
And he looks and he's like, I'm not worried. He kind of. While you guys are starting to walk him over, he's like, it's not worth it. Just
What
end
is
it.
worth it?
My life, this trying to save me.
What, a few minutes of effort isn't worth the attempt?
No.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing you don't get to make that decision.
I mean, may have done some shitty things, but always redemption.
I'm back.
And
Could look towards Tazar's what he's doing now.
As Cam sets him down, he's gonna drink the resistance potion and kind of motion Darius to back up.
Right?
What did I miss?
And as you guys start to see Darius back up, and he's like, see him grab his chest, like before you get to him, Cam,
Mhm.
and you kind of hear him like, ugh, and then just falls over dead.
Wow.
Okay.
The wizard finally said, fuck it, I've had enough of this show. Change the channel. And delete that channel as well. Basically, what just happened.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, he's dead again at this point.
Now, I still have detect magic going, right?
Yep.
Do I see anything occurring?
So you walk over towards the body and you see the phylactery, like so, or it looked like a phylactery, very similar. The magic isn't really centralized in that anymore. It's like in his whole, like over where his heart would be. Basically, what happened is that looked like somebody snapped their fingers and it just broke the glass.
Pure necromantic energy, a lich's soul,
Mm-hmm.
lands into that dude's heart.
Mm-hmm.
As he falls over, Cam's gonna lay him down, or well, really drop him, pull out his hatchet, and break open his chest. Not the right
Oh,
tool for
God.
the job, but it's what is at hand.
And you crack open and you see it's a mess. Like you open it up and it's like somebody took it and put it in a blender. Like there's oozing necromantic. You just see like the oozing fluid that was in the phylactery kind of oozing around the heart, and it almost looks like it's like corrupted blood almost, and kind of you want to kind of touch it, but you kind of get your finger near it, and it feels like it's burning almost to your skin. Cam.
Mm-hmm. Did this happen before I drank the resistance potion or after?
After.
Well, damn.
I think that's it. As Darius comes over to Cam. The wizard had enough of listening to the games going on. Well, what would appear to be games for him, I guess.
Well, there's still one option. And Cam just kind of pulls out a fairly large diamond.
I'm assuming this is
Hello.
the thing that you did to Aria.
Yes, but I've only got one of these.
But the problem is, whatever that ooze from the phylactery is, may not work quite well.
And you see Petrus kind of walk up and stand over, as you guys are both kind of looking, and he's like, I think it's better this way that he doesn't come back. I think let him rest. Seems like he's been through a lot of trauma that he may not want to relive. I think that's why he was wanting to end it.
Go out on his own terms.
Yeah. Yes, he could provide us information. I think he told us everything he knew. I even though he wanted to kill me, I think I trust his. And yes, I know you had suggestion and whatnot, but I believe that he told us everything he knew. And I don't believe. I know him and Tazar, the actual Tazar, have issues, but I don't think Tazar would probably take too kindly seeing him brought back a third time.
Yeah.
Well, a second time, I should say.
Well,
I think we let the dead be dead at this point. I'd say we should dispose of the body
I'm going to make sure I
due
can
to the
back
fact
up really
that
quick.
yeah,
As
because you see
Darius-
Petrus kind of like looking at it like
Yeah.
that's potentially a problem.
Yeah, as Darius will redraw the Holy Avenger. I suspect as I put the blade over to bring it down where the bruise is sort of starting to spread out, it would ignite, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. As I slam it in to purify that area to get rid of that ooze. That's the ooze.
I think we're going to need, and you see Petrus as you're doing that, I think we're going to need some help with this one.
As in,
Both, well, persons and knowledge.
like necromancy or
If there's anybody out there that you know of that practices necromancy, that probably wouldn't hurt. But I don't think we should go charging headlong into a battle with these entities with this kind of power going on. If he's able to do this to, a man or an elf, what else does he have up his sleeve?
other than the army of Illithid.
Other than, and I truly think that's just a cover. I don't even think that's a legitimate thing. I think they're being used just as much as he was.
Probably.
I suspect the army is quite real.
Oh no, I don't. But I think they were working for this wizard under false pretenses.
Yes, I think the information on the Elder Brain may be quite true, and I think the wizard may have caused that corruption.
Right.
Do we know how many
think-
people you were losing? Or rather, how often?
Oh, we'd have 2 or 3 that go missing every couple of months, and then it turned into every month, then to maybe a week.
And is that just in the city, or?
That's the whole empire.
2 to 3 a week. And you said that these Illithid need to eat once a
Yes.
month?
Yes.
If they're undead, the Alhoons wouldn't.
No, but
the
if they
regular
have
ones
other
would.
things, yeah.
It'll tell us something at least. Cam just sighs and pockets a diamond. And just for good measure, I guess Cam would sacred flame the remains of the inside of his chest.
Oh.
Just to make sure it's completely purified.
Yeah. And you see the couple of the guards that stayed behind with the king. He kind of like, "Hey, come here." He's like, disposes the body properly, bury him in an unmarked grave, but leave him on the ground so we know where he's at.
It
And
may
you see
be
one other-
wiser to cremate him. You can't
Heard-
raise
you heard-
that when there's nothing left.
You heard the dragon. Go ahead and grab it.
You honor me.
You heard the dragon.
You honor me.
You heard the dragon.
Hey,
You ought to be.
in his culture, that would be an honor, not an insult.
Yeah,
I
it
thought
is.
it was the other way. The Dragonborn didn't like
No.
dragon. Well, they like
The-
they like the metallic. They don't like the chromatic. And they were slave to dragons or something.
And you see Petrus kind of cross his arms and
That's it's the
Yeah.
kobolds that are.
No, from
does
well, I guess
does
not.
the library does your knowledge stores within Ashir have anything about this, or would you know of?
Road trip? I don't want to say that in character.
Wait, what?
He's asking. He's like, does Ashir have any
knowledge of this kind of magic or anything like this before.
She has knowledge of many kinds of magic. I know very little of the extent of.
Because, yes, even with our extensive knowledge, we don't know really the power of this, even though we've faced things like this before. But if this is something new, we need answers.
A long history of magic on that island. Not all of which say very much to our chagrin, but it still left its records behind. In both.
You want to return home and see if you can find any information pertaining to this, see if there's any answers that can assist us.
That has honestly been on my mind for a while.
Maybe some answers, maybe from where the island, but maybe even predating Bashir being here within Illyria. Maybe that's where the answers lie too. You see him kind of get up and or kind of gets up a little bit more and still keeping his arms crossed. He's like, I think we will get the army together and get ready to march, but we'll wait for you for your return. I don't want to throw our army in.
Oh, hold up.
Did we lose Cam? Did we lose Canthea?
Somehow I disconnected too.
Oh, and there I lost it too.
I'm still.
wait,
Oh,
wait.
there we go. There it goes.
The hell?
Damn
Okay.
it,
I think I'm
Waller,
still
what'd
in.
you do?
I think the lobby just crashed.
Oh. I'm still in right now.
That'll change.
It'll change.
No,
Yeah, there you go.
I think fucking.
All servers are down. Servers are down.
Yeah, tabletop down.
Steam crash.
Yep, there it goes.
Oh,
I'm out.
okay.
Steam actually went down.
Okay, so
There you go. That's what it was then.
we were done anyway when we were wrapping it up, but
Yeah, we're right on the end.
Alright, stream coming down.